welcome. Who's that? St. Caesar, how's it going today? Good show from what I've seen today. It was a fun show. I got to get my volume right here. I was a little high. How are you doing? Good afternoon, Sandy Squatch. Thank you, Sandy, for the $20 yesterday. We counted that towards the goal and everything else. Thank you very much for that. Monthly dues. I appreciate that immensely. It's how this whole thing keeps going, and I appreciate that. That counted towards the goal, along with everything that we did yesterday that got me all, as the lady I don't get to have with me today would say, shittered. I'm down to $55 on Friday. That's where we're at. $55 on Friday's goal, and that's the big We Go Nuts GoFundMe show. So we're hoping that it's a mellow day. We're good today. Everything's fabulous. I'm having a wonderful day. I've got a bunch of different stuff to talk about. I was hoping to sucker my favorite little redheaded co-host in, and she didn't fall for it. She's got other things to do, so busy that she said she might not even be able to pop in the chat. The cunt. Streamlabs, Venmo, PayPal, Super Chats, Rumble Rants, Bits and Subs. Pay your gay away, says Rusty Grammar. I mean, it doesn't hurt. If you want to throw something in, I'm not going to say no, but I'm saying right now we're on the Friday show, so, you know, the little 5s and 10s here and there is fine because we'll chip away at that anyway with that, and then it's, whoa, let's go wild and crazy on the Friday show. Plus, we get to, if we do a lot more on the Friday shows now that Digger keeps getting more and more involved, we get to torture her. So now I'm sadly for it. I used to hate these days, and now I'm kind of like, it's not so bad. Happy Tricky Tuesday. Happy Tricky Tuesday. I accidentally labeled yesterday as the 3rd somehow on my fucking program. How the fuck did I do that? No idea. I have no idea where my wackadoo brain got the 3rd yesterday, but it did, and I missed it, at least on the prep sheet, and I think on one of the other streams. I have to, edit the labels. So, yes, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome. Happy to see you all. We're getting the show going. We've got a bunch of stuff to talk about from the San Francisco Chronicle saying FIFA fans are nervous about coming to America. They're scared. Gay FIFA fans are worried that they're going to come to America, and because I guess Donald Trump's in office, it's suddenly a homophobic country. Like, no offense, man. The last one was in Qatar, wasn't it? Or Saudi Arabia. Well, Qatar's in Saudi Arabia. I don't know. But the last one was over there, right? No offense. I thought that region was a little harsher on the overall over-under homo range. So it's weird. But yeah, no surprise. Apparently, poo-poo America, gays are worried about coming here to watch guys play with their balls. Why, though? Why would they be nervous? I mean, literally, unless you start trying to sucker fuck somebody around here, then it's gonna be a problem. I don't know. Plus, isn't it Pride Month, right now? Now is the most, hey, it's okay to be gay. Again, for those of us, myself included, who really aren't big fans of the whole thing, we kind of leave you to your own affairs. I mean, it's a lot safer here. I'm pretty sure if they murder you here, it's actually considered a crime. I can't say the same for the other one, but that's mostly due to a lack of studying. Good afternoon, everyone, says Mr. Q. Happy Rainbow Days. Yeah, I mean, maybe. Not really. We do have some Rainbow Days stuff. I do have a story about the latest video game company to do the gay pride thing so far. So we've got that. I've got a story that I didn't get to from yesterday about a judge awarding corporations right to vote in Delaware. And so I'll read. Edit, undo. What the hell was that? Alrighty, cool. Okay, so corporations getting a right to vote in Delaware. We've got an earthquake that set off a really large boom in South Carolina, and I don't know if we know what did it yet. And then the latest thing in sports that I think we can shit on and have some fun with. So we'll do all of that. I hate that the get a month. I don't really care for the most part. The way I look at it is Gay Pride Month to me is the same way Gay Pride is the rest of the year. If you just keep it to yourself, like, I don't really give a shit. Like, you and your friends can be proud to be gay. You can fly your rainbow flags and all that jazz. But I just don't involve me. Don't involve me or children. I have that regard too. And when they're like, why? What's wrong with like straight couples have kids? It's like, right, but they don't involve them in the sex stuff. That's not a thing. So just don't involve the kids. Keep me out of it. Don't involve the kids. 2 very simple rules. You follow those 2 rules, and I mean, fuck, what do I know? Do what you want. But I'm a hard stickler on the first 2. At least we gave the other people February. Yeah, but King Kong Dong, now you can't pick a new shortest month. Is there another month like February that's short? I would imagine with the way the calendars work, if there was a month as short as February, be on the opposite end of February. So what's the 9th? September? September's not really that short of a month. Fly, have yours on the British flag high and you're arrested. I just fucking whatever. Alrighty. I can't follow that one. Let's go ahead. So, yeah, I kind of want to get to the game one, too, which is the reason why I kind of need to move. I didn't realize, is the game thing in hour 2? I have a video game thing in hour 2. So hour 2 is where we get to the Halo thing. So we'll get to that later. Oh, by the way, we have more rhesus monkeys that have been escaping in Germany now. So if you were worried that this Ebola thing was going to spread, don't worry. They put down travel restrictions. 18 countries, I think, now. It's either 15 or 18 last I read. Probably 15. But anyways, so a lot of countries have travel restrictions now to the DCR or DRC. Yeah, Dominican. Yeah, so those countries have travel restrictions. But don't worry, they're releasing the monkeys just straight out of the labs now. So it's a coordinated attack. We're still going to get it, at least in Germany, I guess. So I've seen that gaming story, the Lego Batman rainbow skin. No, not Lego Batman. It's about Halo. It's about Halo, not Lego Batman. There's a Gay Pride skin for Lego Batman. I'm going to put a hard pass on that. I have zero interest in buying it. I'm not buying anything for that game anyway, so. If you're talking about Gay Pride, I think I'm out of here. Fucking bullshit. Well, I was going to bitch about Halo and how it was stupid. It was just, what, is Halo coming back? No, Halo's been dead for a while, but they were very quick to do this whole, you can have a skin thing, and that's it. It's not the labs you have to worry about. It's the prisons. Oh, so, Rob, they're infecting the prisoners? Bold move, Cotton. I guess, you do have humans, use them as guinea pigs, but not that I support that sort of thing. But I'm going to say from a supervillain standpoint, it makes a fairly straight line amount of sense. But this is about a story about monkeys. Again, we have escaped monkeys. So hello, Safi. Sorry if we lost you already, Wild Saffron. Digger, if you're listening, sorry we lost Wild Saffron. I know you don't care for that. I'm sorry. I'm not doing a large Pride segment. Just Halo's we're literally day 2 into this, and Halo's already got their you can get a skin for Master Chief. And I don't really agree with it from the sense that let's get over Halo. Why is that still a thing? This Halo Infinite thing is just stupid. And the story, as I found out when I went back and played the collection edition, the stories never really made sense. In the first game, Cortana, and it's still in the game, they did a remaster and a re-release of the game, and they didn't bother to fix this storyline schism. In the first game, Cortana's just the ship's computer. And Master Chief has her just because nobody else is going to survive this thing crashing, so give him to the Chief. And so that's it. Game 3, she's suddenly this weird AI that was meant to be paired with a certain Spartan, and she picked which one. Oh, fucking stop it. Eat a dick. We all don't remember that. They have another remaster coming out this year. Oh, great. You know the gaming industry is doing well when they got to remaster the old games, because that's the whole reason we keep going, folks, is just to play the one you played before. All right, fucking remastered Duck Hunt. Nintendo, I want a Duck Hunt remaster, and in the new game, the dog is targetable. Now, let me be clear. I do not advise physical violence against animals in basically any situation other than self-defense. That being said, I want to shoot the shit out of that fucking Duck Hunt dog. Like, okay, I want to play the Duck Hunt game, which apparently it's okay to shoot the birds, but the dog's off limits. Why the fuck is that? And that stupid hee laugh, like that is a dog begging to get like just a full barrel of birdshot right in the fucking nuts. Matthew Quall, not the dog. No, the dog goes. I'm with St. Caesar. That dog was a cunt. That dog literally.
You're a cunt.
That dog is a cunt, and that dog needs to go. That dog needs to go. Rob, easy, Christy Gnome. Hey, I'll shoot him. I'll shoot that dog from the fucking helicopter. I'll shoot it on ground floor. I don't give a fuck. Zionist funerals, also a champagne event. I don't know what the fuck we're talking about. Video games, lesbians, funerals are the only things to celebrate. I mean, I'm not celebrating any of this. I was going to talk about, should we just get to the Halo thing and talk about it on both a practically ridiculous level, a publicly ridiculous level, and insultingly ridiculous level? Like, I think we could do the three. Oh. I mean, I could get to that. Matthew Qualt, maybe you just really bad at Duck Hunt. Look, one thing doesn't equal the other. I'm saying the dog laughing at me and the dog being a fucking cunt about it was not cool. All right? Like, I already missed the bird, which means I'm not going to eat. And so I'm supposed to not eat the dog after that? You want to laugh at me, motherfucker? Let's see you dodge these things. So. Fuck me. I didn't know there was a... Of course, there's a fucking sticker. LabGlass went in and checked and found there's a fucking dog emote sticker. Oh my god. See what I mean? See what I mean? Go ahead, rewind it. That dog's a cunt. Los Federalis, you gotta be Chinese to shoot the dog. Then call me Ching Chong Che, okay? I want to shoot the fucking dog, okay? I know the dog isn't real. I'm aware the dog is visual and virtual only. I want to shoot the virtual dog. Not the real dog. I don't want real violence against real dogs. I want that taunting fucking hound fucking shot. That's it. I just want to be able to put one in him. He's just going to keep taunting me with it now. Oh, great. Now we're 100 bits away from a hype train. This is dangerous. We already have, like, we're already on to Friday after Sandy Squatch's gift and the funds we had. We just shot that thing right in the nuts all the way to $10 in on Friday. Now it's danger of going lower. 100 bits should be more. For what? The dog? No, fuck that. I don't really want to up bit prices on stickers. We already don't have a lot of people that jump in on Twitch to do that stuff anyway. I don't want to make it more expensive for them. Plus, everything else's price is going up, and I'm like, fuck it. I'm not going to do that. I'm doing the same dog shit job I've been doing for the last 2 years. Why should it cost them more? It's just a simple rule. Be nice about it. Get into the Halo story. You seem to want to do it. I guess we can. I guess not a lot of... I'll cover this super quick and then ditch this first one that I was in. A judge awards corporations the right to vote in a Delaware town. Now, this is just one town in Delaware, but this is fucking horrible just for the town. The town has just over 1 million residents. And corporations can now, in this Delaware town, vote in elections as a resident. They have the same vote and sway as any other resident. Well, guess how many corporations there are? 2 million corporations. So this town in Delaware, where is it? Superior Court Judge. What town in Delaware, though? Where Delaware town? Delaware Superior Court Judge Craig Karsnitz ruled that companies in Delaware will be able to vote in elections just like people. The human population of Delaware. Okay, so it's just this town in Delaware. Is the whole Delaware state is 1 million. So yeah, there's 2 to 1 corporations to people in Delaware. But don't worry, they get to vote. They get to vote just like people do. Oh boy. You know, because when they pay their taxes and when they get to hold those tax dollars they pay as sway over their politicians, like, hey, you know how much we pay in taxes? You fucking square this with us or we leave and go somewhere else. And then it's like, all right, so now we got to suck your dick a little bit. But now they get to vote, too, so they can just flat out Quahog Rhode Island. This is set up so people can sue the crap out of these corporations. Can we really sue the crap out of them? Minute and a half left if that hype train is going to launch. We'll see if that goes. Is anyone going to sue the crap out of the corporation? Hi, caramba. Like, there was a court case and it was challenged and it went all the way to Supreme Court. And now the ruling came up because the town of Fenwick Island was already letting corporations vote in its municipal elections. So
here comes a train, a busy little train, rushing up and down on the daisy line. Mummies and daddies, the grandpas and the grannies, everyone's aboard on the 809. Here comes a train, and here comes driver 10-2. Wah-hey! Here it comes, here it comes, here comes the train today. Here comes the train!
getting closer. It's hard to do a hoot, as some would say, and then have the smoke to blow it, ring like a little poof. It's not easy. It's not easy. Welcome to the show, Brian. Thank you for launching that hype train. Now 26% of the way through level 1. I'm gonna put this over here. You might have missed it, Brian. I was saying earlier that we're so ready for the gay train is here. I mean, kind of. His theme song is a little gay, I guess. I don't know. It's been the one we've had since the jump. I'm not changing it now for you or anybody else. Be disrespectful to that little ditty. So, yes, the hype train is at 26% of the way through level 1. We'll go through that and the other story stuff. I'll jump into the Halo thing. Fuck it, we were already talking about it. Since the rest of the show's stuff is already there. Wait a minute, there's Vanilla Ice. Explain why he's not. Oh, never mind. It is in the first hour. Thank the Lord. So Bungie and Halo put out this tweet. They ignored the replies. They didn't allow people to reply, but they put out this tweet about the new armor and the emblem. And I've got one thing to say about this. Like, if you're playing this game, you realize putting this on is a giant red flag for you and the visor, I guess, to get noticed. Like, I get it. It's notice me, notice me, notice me, but this is a PvP game. The people are trying to shoot you. You might not want to. I mean, I know they use different colors for the
Cheer
armor.
100 Gape Train.
Oh, boy.
LAB Glass Projects cheered 100 bits.
Oh. Excuse me, not Bungie. You're right. Halo Studios. Well, 343 Studios, which this makes the second game franchise I've watched them step into and subsequently kind of destroy. Mech Warrior was great until those ass fucks. I'd hunt for people using those skins. Yeah, they won't be hard to spot. That's my point. They're going to be shimmering everywhere they go. It's going to be a giant tracking beacon for everybody that wants to get... Again, you want to get a free kill? Look at the glowy guy. Just shoot him. It's like a weird Twilight-esque kind of thing. Like, I sparkle in the day, so you know I'm a threat. No, that's not that's not threatening behavior. That's notice me behavior. It's not a threat. That attracts attention. It doesn't divert. It doesn't scare off. In fact, it bewilders and in some ways bemuses. You can't.
Hey, bum, bum, bum. Got any grapes?
Not at the minute. At the moment, what I have is a hype train with a minute and a half, and I have a controlled burn with the doc to do, which I will do. But I was really hoping to avoid today. I was just kind of like, you know what would be nice? Just do the show. We're set for the thing. I wanted Digger to be here because the show always goes faster when you have, someone to jump around with. So it would have been, Johnny said jump around like he can move. Yeah, but so, whatever. Yeah, just fuck me, I guess. Just fucking forget it. All right. But yeah, the thing that I really loved about this skin is, again, this is a game about soldiers, about combat. They didn't even put out a post on Veterans Day. Like if there's anybody Master Chief could, relate to in real life society. We have 15 seconds, 57% of the way through the hype train. That was the grossest sound combo I have ever heard. That's not okay. And seems like that hype train's going to end right there. I have a burn to do on what Lab Glass is called the Gape Train. By the way, I don't endorse that term. I don't submit that was, in fact, the Gape Train. I was saying that Lab Glass had said that was the Gape Train. Take Johnny out day 3. Like, hopefully not. Hopefully not. I mean, today should be easy to deal. It's just the one. Just the one, and we'll be fine. So we're going to be fine. Alrighty. That skin, again, is just fucking... Dude, it's dog shit. Like, ignore the fucking politics, the whatever. The iridescent rainbow crap on this is just utter garbage. Visually, I'm saying to look at this, to see it, is gross. It's not fun to look at in the slightest. And it's going to twinkle so much you will stand the fuck out everywhere you go. So, hey, cool. I don't know. I don't even play Halo. I don't care how much it costs. It could be free for all I know. It's an armor coating, so it's a look you can put on anything. I don't know how much it costs. And if it makes any money, I guarantee you that 343 Studios and the Halo Studios or whatever, that they just fucking, I bet, donate that to whatever. So I don't know how much it costs. Like I said, the fun part of this is they got out on this. They got out in front of this so fast. It's literally day 2. Still haven't heard about that Veterans Day thing. Why would Master Chief give the 2 shits about soldiers? Why should we as a franchise? Whatever. Buck Futter says Lab Glass. I think we lost Wild. I'm sorry. Oh, wait. Nope. Never mind. Delaware does not require minimum corporate tax, so they can avoid the 8% minimum requirement. Yeah, and don't worry. Now they just get to vote, too, in what totally won't be used as a legal precedent-setting event to argue in other states that, I don't know, maybe the corporation should have more of a say than the citizens. How's that whole free market thing work when they control your money, they control your life, and now the corporations get to vote every bit as much as you do? It just doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. But then again, Canada doesn't look better. I feel like shipping there sucks. What are we going to do? We need a new studio to make Halo. Oh, wait, was this?
Welcome to Game.
Oh. Okay. I was going to... Yeah, no. Microsoft will be fine, Johnny. They are third party now. I don't give a shit about Microsoft. Nobody brought up a concern for Microsoft. It's a weird part to just kind of add. Sometimes I feel like you're just having a conversation with me, and that's not how this works. Delaware corporate headquarters heaven. Oh, yeah. Rusty Graham, Mark Levin. Yes, I'm attacking you. Yes, I'm attacking your stepson, you cuck bitch. Is it for Halo Infinite? People still play that. Yes, Red Scooper, apparently so. Or if not, this was a giant ploy to get them to do so, which, spoiler alert, didn't work on me. I honestly, I got the freaking remastered thing when it was super cheap and on sale because I waited forever to get it. And I started playing the first game, and the storyline differences from what I remember, like I forgot how much of the first storyline doesn't match the second and third one at all, and it just killed the whole thing. And then after that, I thought Halo 4 sucked, so I don't care about Reach and ODST. Those are whatever games, but yeah, I haven't been interested in Halo for a while. I don't think a lot of people have, but they were, again, super duper quick to get out on this. They want to be part of the team that's pro all of those people, which is fine. But again, it's a little weird when, you had the whole time and Veterans Day came around. You didn't say shit. Fucking forget a skin. Just talk about a thumbs up Master Chief, like what the hell? But again, why would Master Chief give two shits about veterans? What's Halo, says King Kong Dong. Halo is a game that started out as a game called Halo Combat Evolved. It was all about shooting aliens and stopping this alien race from destroying the universe. And they were all religious zealots. And now it's about running around and like teabagging your friends and enemies in multiplayer. And I guess now also gay stuff. Like, I don't know. It just seems like nothing for them to chime in on, but they did. So, and like I said, one of the first one out the gate. The whole kind of theme of the show with stuff we had today was like, that was fast. Like, we had a lot of like, whoa, that happened quick. Like, that escalated quickly. Like, this was supposed to be the fun today. I know what is, I switched to PS4 after Halo 4. I know, I'm playing along with your bit. You said you didn't know, so it's like we don't get the doing thing. You know what was great about June 1989? There was no... Is that when it started? Like in 1990? I tell you, I don't remember. I don't remember. All right, so yeah, that came out quickly. The internet began mocking it very, very hard. So people were tweeting, and it was not going well. So I just said, again, if you're not going to take the tweets, you're obviously going to do this kind of, don't fucking bait the waters. You know it's not going to go well. You block the tweets. I have no idea, St. Caesar. You block the tweets. Why block the comments on the tweet? You knew it wasn't going to go well. Why did you even put it on the internet? If you know it's going to get received like a bag of shit, then don't put it on the internet. Like, you have the option. Like, I feel like society does not understand anymore. You guys, you have the option to not post this stuff. Just so we're clear. 343 Studios. When it comes, like, next time, like, go ahead, do the custom color skin thing, do the armor mod thing, but don't outwardly publicize it, because you know it's not going to go well. Leave it there for the people who want it. They'll appreciate it, but don't search for a attaboy on the internet, but also at the same time go, well, I can't allow any comments. I know nobody's going to like this. Then just ignore the fucking comments, my friend. Or, again, like I said, reasonable mind here speaking, don't fucking post the thing. Don't post it. They can say AI made that, which it probably did. The one we showed, probably, yeah. The one for their skins, no, because that's the thing in the stores. You can check out if that's true. I don't even think Fortnite do that. It doesn't matter what game does or don't. Does or doesn't. Does or don't. Fuck. See why it helps to have someone to bounce the ball off of? You can move a little smoother. And I still have to do that controlled burn for the hype train we had. So I am screwed. Johnny, when are you going to hook up with Scarlett? I'm not. Plus, isn't she pregnant? So the answer to that is a stern no. Never met the lady. Why would I want to do that? That seems weird. Wood chipper brand wood chipper. I'm not gay, but if it's free shit, I'll take it. Like in the video game, I guess. But like I said, don't beg for an attaboy on the internet. If you're gonna ignore the comments, don't respond to them, sure, but don't be like, hey, we want to do this, we want to do a thing. We don't want you guys to comment on it because we know you're gonna shit all over it because it looks like dog shit. King Kong, she's single. Well, that's good for her, I guess. I was hoping her and Ralph would work it out. They seemed like they had a lot of passion for one another. It seemed like they would work well together, but I don't know. What do I know? So anyways, Scarlet or Ice Dancer? I have no idea what you guys are talking about. If you're not gay, do I have a deal for you? I don't want to know what that is. I don't know what that is. I don't want to know what your deal is. Here's what I know. That skin for Halo sucks. I know that. That skin for Halo sucks. Halo has been done for a while. And I honestly believe they did this whole thing as an attention grab, which I will give them is the one thing they did successfully. They did grab attention, but it was negative attention, which they knew they'd get. But they said, fuck it. We'll do it anyway. Oh. The UK government is going to stop kids from talking to adults in Roblox and Fortnite and Discord. Not entirely against that. I mean, if you're like talking to like an uncle or something, like that's your only line of communication, like when you guys game out together or whatever, that would suck. But I mean, I'd be willing to give that up to get rid of fucking groomers and child people. Like that's, you know, like I don't know, man. Like this is you're giving me a real Sophie's choice here. On the one hand, I'm not really for like mass censorship and all of that. But on the other hand, I'm like, well, but I understand why we're doing this. I'm gonna be honest. If it gets results, it would be called proof of ID. I guess I have to know more about what the system actually is. Johnny, you're gonna see the He-Man movie. I don't anticipate I will until it's free. Until it's on one of the streaming services I currently pay for, and there aren't a lot of those anymore, and they're decreasing as every month continues. I probably wouldn't say I'd see the He-Man movie. Never been a super big He-Man fan. And I did like the Dolph Lundgren movie way back in the day. So, where they had to hit the right keystones. And that dude was obsessed with chicken, so that's my He-Man movie. I need to find a video to do this controlled burn. Alrighty, so we did the judge awarding the island in Delaware, or the town in Delaware, the right to vote. Oh, here we go. The sonic boom in South Carolina that rattled windows and stuff. This one was from again last Friday. I was looking for an update on it, and I don't know if we have one. The sonic boom on Thursday originated from St. Andrews area before traveling across multiple counties. And it's still, do we know what it was? Do we know what it was?
In tonight with a big blast, creating all kinds of questions tonight. It shook people's homes, and it certainly got their attention from border to border
Controlled
here.
burn
So watch
for
Fox
the
News when you
sport.
try
Thank
to
you so
find
much.
some answers. All of this happened around 5:20 tonight, and for a long time, nobody knew what it was. Tonight, experts only seem to be sure about what it was not. Our Kiana Jordan joining us live in the studio now with what we're learning about what caused all that shaking.
Yeah, Brian, people across the region say they were shaken and confused after that powerful boom echoed across the area tonight. Now, reports came in from as far as North Augusta to Darlington County. Tonight, the U.S. Geological Survey telling Watch Fox News that the noise wasn't caused by an earthquake. Instead, it was a sonic boom. Now, several viewers sending us videos from their homes that show the shaking that happened this evening. The U.S. Geological Survey says the recorded waves and eyewitness reports are consistent with a sonic boom. The 0.0 magnitude boom was detected almost 4 miles northeast of St. Andrews area of Richland County near the State Fire Academy.
Isn't
But there was no seismic
there, like
activity. Viewers from Lexington, Swansea, Blythewood, and several other communities reported feeling their homes shake. Now, others say the sound resembled thunder, an explosion, or a massive impact. The USGS says sonic booms happen when an object, including a plane or spacecraft, travels fast.
I like they said plane or spacecraft, like it was a spacecraft. I'm fairly certain where this hasn't made any news. It was a plane, and if I'm not mistaken, isn't there an Air Force base near St. Andrews? Ashley Casey, boom, right? So Guile from Street Fighter is to blame. That's apparently the accusation. Shake, rattle, and roll. Yeah, the Holmes just wanted to dance. They're ringing. It's the 250th celebration of America. Like, this month is a big month. It's the lead up to July 4th, the 250th time. Like, right about now, if we rewound the clocks and stuff, we were all fighting and shit. Yep. Getting bloody, but it's getting there. Sonic boom was actually my shotgun blasting the back of the Taco Bell. No, it wasn't. I don't think you were in South Carolina. Firstly. Second of all, I don't know a porcelain throne on this planet that could survive that kind of Shatner, if we'll call it that. All right, let's go.
Than the speed of the sound, creating shock waves that can be heard and felt on the ground. Now, tonight, still isn't clear what caused.
Did you just give like a Bill Nye the Science Guy explanation of what we saw? Like, this is what caused it. Were people not aware what a sonic boom was? Jesus Christ, our education system sucks. You shouldn't have had to explain more than that was a sonic boom. It could be caused by airplanes, whatever. Like, just get to what did it, though. I'm guessing it was, again, a jet.
Again, no earthquake and no damage reports that we've seen from this incident. We'll continue to follow any new information about what caused that sonic boom.
And we don't know. We have no idea. Oh, wait, you still have this? What's the...
Now over to weather.
All right, yeah, no, the rest of this is... You patched the weather into this? Wait a minute, you guys put your video up and you patched the weather in? So that way, for the rest of history and all of infamy, if we go for your links and we click the story, when we talk about the mysterious South Carolina boom that nobody knows what it is, then we go over to let's totally pretend I'm straight Ken doll guy. Here, firstly, it's like this this looks like a mask. I'm sorry, sir. This face doesn't look real. That looks like some sort of... That's got to be a filter. This is like if Max Headroom were a real person. This is not okay. I'm not for it. I'm not against it. Or not against it. I'm not for it. I'm against it. It was the aliens crash landing. That's what it was. It was the aliens. We should have known. The Dolph He-Man was so good. I liked the Dolph He-Man. I honestly did. I know it's old. Whatever. Eat a dick. Like, the Dolph Lundgren He-Man was cool. Fucking... What's her name? I was about to say Kate, not Kelly Cox. Whatever. But yeah, she's in that. That one chick. And remember the other guy? Dude, who doesn't love the other guy? Can't remember anyone's names to save my ass. Mortal Kombat 2 is coming to digital this month. I don't really care. I don't really care. Tiger King did it. How, though? A boom that loud. How did Tiger King do it? Isn't he still locked up? Tiger King isn't out on the prowl. He better not be. That new He-Man is going to suck. Like I said, zero expectations. I'm not a big Jared Leto fan. I didn't mind Tron Ares or whatever, but we'll see how it goes. I don't know if I don't know. When light up keyboards were cool. There were a lot of things that were cool in that movie that aren't cool anymore, Mr. Q. That's why it's an old film. Anyhow, so there's that. Let's close this. Oh, there's the button to do the thing. We're going for another, what is it, 2 hours and 45 minutes? Yeah, that's how you math. 2 hours and 45 minutes. We got some more stuff to talk about from the San Francisco stuff. We kind of touched on this already, so I guess we won't be on it for long. But yes, in recent, this was at the San Francisco Chronicle. In recent months, several entities, including the ACLU and Amnesty International, have issued travel advisories for visitors coming to the United States for the World Cup. They warned that immigrants, racial minorities, and LGBTQ people have been and continue to be disproportionately targeted and affected by administration's policies. As such, are most vulnerable to serious harm. So they're legit saying if you come here because you're gay, like, is this because the LGBTQ communities are claiming? Are they claiming the migrants that did stuff to? I wouldn't own those people if I were. I don't know. All right, so don't come here. You know what? I'm sitting here. I was about to complain about this and stuff, but fuck it. I'm fine with it. Don't come here then. They're afraid to come here for the World Cup. Good. I'm not a big fan of the World Cup either, so fuck it. I don't care. If you're that worried about it, good. Stay home. Don't bother. We'll be fine. I absolutely support the San Francisco Chronicle's article. Stay home. It's not safe. You guys just go ahead and go home. Don't worry about it. Don't look into it. Cancel your tickets. Watch it from home. See how it goes there. It'll be fine. Just do that way. I don't know what I was going to complain about. I love this article. I was about to be like, you know what? But I'm all for it. Stay home. I wish was evil. I wish a lot of things were true. Randall Flagg. I understand how that goes. Those toilet facilities are going to be a mess after the World Cup. Funny you bring that up. Guess what we were pitching up for? Whole reason we had that first one was a soft lead into this one. For the World Spoon. Ooh, as opposed to the World Cup. But what about the World Plate? Now, I've been told by a lot of people we live on a plate. And that there is an ice wall surrounding said plate. I love that people have to explain the setup to me, and it's like, no, we just live. Remember the movie Dark World? We live in Dark World, and it's just that's how it goes. But anyhow, so we're getting ready for the soccer thing. How does one support these groups who are in danger with all the community involvement? I mean, I don't know. Either way, if they're giving travel bans and you guys are worried about it, stay home. Stay home. I'm fine with it. Go ahead and stay home. You officially have my permission. For the record, not flat Earth, bigger Earth with the hard R. What do you mean hard R? And that makes zero sense. What do you mean bigger Earth? If it's flat, it'd still be the same size, right? Like that's the way this whole thing works out. Otherwise, a variety of maps are way wrong, and I might have to stop drinking straight coffee. There's only 2 burns today. We should be fine. This is not good. Is Iran allowed at the World Cup? As far as I know, we're allowing everybody. Like back when the World Cup was in the Middle East, where it was, like, again, wasn't it like Saudi Arabia, Qatar, somewhere like that? But when they did that, they allowed those groups there. Those groups were not looked upon favorably there. Randall, if that's what they believe, let them keep believing it. Because I just realized, why fight their delusion? It's helping keep them at home. Do you want them to come hang out here during the World Cup? I don't really care either way, mostly. That's why I'm not going to make an effort to convince them to come here. No, let's go ahead. Go ahead, believe that, but I'm a piece of shit anyway because I don't agree with your lifestyle. So fuck it. Go ahead. Do that. I don't give a fuck. If you're that worried about it, then keep the stress out of your life, man. I'm all for find the stress-free life. Stress does not help people. Russia doesn't soccer. Russia's are not allowed because of the Ukraine war. Well, now this is just lame. Russia's not allowed because of the Ukraine war. Are we allowing Ukraine? I don't know if you noticed, they're both fighting. Neither one's winning, so apparently they both suck at it. So if we're going to condemn Russia, let's condemn Ukraine too. And while we're at it, stop paying. How many times you got to pay for a repairman that can't fix the thing before you just go get a new repairman? And by that, I mean stop paying for this one. Just accept that the dishwasher's broken, Nancy, and wash the fucking dishes, okay? It's not that hard. Anyways, my lifestyle can help read your lifestyle. Well, that's why they want to do the grooming thing. Russia would not make it past the group stage anyway. They're using bomb-sniffing dogs at every event in the USA for the World Cup. So, yeah, they're going to be fine. But if, like I said, if people are that concerned that they're going to get targeted for that reason, then go ahead, stay home. Go ahead and do it. The same way I always said, if you're afraid of COVID, then don't go out. But don't tell me whether I can or can't go out or whether or not I have to wear a mask. Don't impose these rules on me because you're afraid. Speaking of the World Cup, though, we got this news story that we found. This is a weird lead in. So Seattle got these public restrooms for the World Cup. Let's check with Seattle on how that's going.
A shattered window is putting Seattle's newest public restroom program to the test. This Throne Labs restroom near Lumen Field was vandalized Sunday night, just weeks after opening, as part of the city's new public bathroom pilot.
Yeah, what's ironic was I was
Wait, I thought this was just for the World Cup. You guys are just pitching this as a public restroom plan? So you want to start making these uber expensive smart porta potties? Do you have to start having the right social credit score to be able to shit in public? What's the deal here? If I get too saucy with my opinions or my beliefs, am I not allowed to pee? Is that how it is? I just don't want to do it.
Making a video about public restroom recommendations for World Cup visitors, and then when I showed up, it was just a whole broken window and stuff. So yeah, looks like somebody already broke the glass on these portable bathrooms.
Quintero filmed the damage and posted.
I was making a video to blog and talk about public restroom usage at the World Cup. Yeah, this is gonna look great for us, Seattle. By us, I mean you, and unfortunately, by you, I mean America as a whole. Yeah, so we've got our public restrooms, and Windows already busted out on this one. He just goes in. It's just obscenities all over the walls. The only people who like balls are just all that just scrawled everywhere, carved into hard plastic surfaces, and painted on any surface that'll hold the paint. I'd save my biggest dumps for those. Charge $1 just like all other nations in Europe and Asia. Problem solved. What, for the restrooms? But what about the window breaking? $1 a dump. It makes a certain amount of sense. The city's taking care of your waste. Doesn't sound terribly high price. $1 a dump. How many? Now you got me thinking of how much money do I need to have for the poop budget? Gotta pay to poop. Wow, at least wait until the tournament starts. You can say the alcohol did it. Right, we have any number of reasons, but no, we're just going to shatter it because it's in Seattle. It's a public restroom, so of fucking course.
It to social media after spotting the broken window. According to Throne Labs, the company that makes the restrooms, a community member reported the damage. The company immediately took the restroom offline while keeping a second unit at the same location open to the public.
It's, like I said, it's a sad thing to see because, you know, you do kind of like this type of stuff in the community, and it just kind of feels like you can't really have, like, nice things in Seattle because they usually get, like, broken or vandalized. I was expecting graffiti, so I was kind of...
Would you like to maybe take a minute to expound on why it seems like you can't have nice things in Seattle? Why it seems like everything always gets broken or vandalized or covered in graffiti? Do you want to at all just take a tick to think, hey, where could these behaviors be ignited from?
Kind of shocked when I saw the glass.
The restrooms are part of a one-year city pilot designed to provide more public bathroom access downtown. City leaders hope these restrooms can avoid some of the problems that have plagued public bathrooms in the past. Users unlock the stalls with a QR code or text message.
Yeah, that part scares me. Users unlock the stalls with a QR code or a text message. Or in other words, scan for your social ID right here. Like, I feel like at some point, like now... do I get graded on the quality of my poo or the sheer mass of content? Like, what is it? Am I getting judged by, like, how healthy I am being? Like, do you suddenly be like, hey, this one's got a lot of oil and you're being a fat fuck. We got to charge you more. You don't deserve nice things. Commies. I didn't put it as succinctly as that, Wild Saffron. I was kind of saying the same thing. Like, maybe some of your policies on treat criminals and drug addicts like it's just, you know, oh golly gee shucks darn, a down on my luck situation. Not really, I don't know, penalize people that can't keep their habits in health. We're here with Raz from Chaz. Was that in Seattle too? We need a tow boy in Seattle on site during the World Cup. No, we don't. That is the weirdest that you once again, no, you want that. Nobody else wants that. And there's not a lot of people. And there's like, nobody should be doing that. Nobody should be doing that. So yes, 10-minute time limit. That's the other thing. Does someone come in and roust you if you're, you know, like over time? Does someone come in and kick you out like, hi, I'm here from the government. It's 10:05. Time to wrap it up, buddy. Just again, what if your ideal time to take a dump is 12 minutes? What if your natural dump window is 12 minutes? Let's break it down. You need the first, like, say 4 or 5 minutes just to, you know, center yourself and feel safe. And then once you've centered yourself, you collect your thoughts over, let's say, the next, I don't know, 3 minutes, right? So that's leaving us with a grand total of 5 minutes left. Then you've got a good solid 3 minutes for dumping, 2 minutes for aftercare and washing up. That's a 12-minute window. I just need 2 more minutes. That's all I'm saying. On my municipal poop timer, I need 2 more minutes. And the thing is, you can track me. You know it's me. Like, when I scan the QR code, just know this one's going to be busy for a bit. Can I pre-book? Can I, like, reserve? Can I have a toilet on reserve at exactly this time? I'd like to come take a shit. Can I scan the QR code and set it for tomorrow? Because I'll be back here and I'm going to eat the Chinese place over there. And I know that's going to give me the shits. Like, so come on. That's all I'm saying. Can I book it early? You know, like, it'd be an Airbnb. What would be, this an Airbnb? Oh. Oh, God, no. That's a weird, like, we're going to remove the toilet paper amenity thing, but now you mention it is effective from the sounds of it. 3 minutes for dumping, 2 minutes for cleanup. Yeah, pretty much. You got to be thorough. And you got to wash your goddamn hands. Let's be clear. Part of that is the washing of your hands. You just took a shit. But again, what happens when you poop over the line? What happens when you're dumping on public time? You had your 10 minutes of you time. Now it's on public time. Wrap it up. No. I need to finish. It's not okay. But yeah, it's already been vandalized. These are $116,000 a piece, by the way. We're paying, the people of Seattle are paying $116,000 per porta potty, and we just had one have a window broken. So great, we're going to replace the windows on this. They're going to continue to get vandalized and busted. Hooray that they can get notified about it right away, but weird that you just had another shitter on hand to roll out. $2 from Reverend Shitstain. Aaron sucks. You're much better. Carl says hello. Okay. Well, thank you for the $2. I appreciate that. We've got, let me put that up there before I forget too. We've got like 55 or less than because of the hype train and stuff for the goal on Friday. So, and that's where we're going to do the crazy Go F Me show for all the fun stuffs. So, do remember we've got that coming up on Friday. Studio sponsor will be up for grabs. Let's finish them talking about Seattle's shitter problem. The new public. I thought this was just for the World Cup. So now to hear that it's 116, is that a year? How often does that bill come due? Or if that's the purchase price, how many? We bought 4 of these, and then what's the upkeep cost? Because this is a question. If it's a 1-year pilot program, and then what happens if that works? What's the planned expansion?
After 10 minutes, and the company says the technology allows crews to respond quickly when something goes wrong.
That's the first thing I saw.
Groen says crews were dispatched immediately with replacement glass. By the afternoon, the company says the damaged window had been replaced and the restroom was back in service.
I think the people, the residents, really do care about the city and try to take care of it. It's just, some bad.
The people, the residents of the city really do try to take care of it. Buddy, can you do me a favor? I know I paused and I talked a bit. Can you go back a couple minutes in this story where you just explained to the camera that as a resident of Seattle, it really feels like you can't have nice things and everything gets broken or Again, you were explaining how everything gets broken or vandalized. You were in some ways pleasantly surprised that as opposed to spray paint graffiti, it was a shattered window this time. Like, ooh, something different. So, how does that square with the people of the city really care? It's like they're going, there's a problem. The building's on fire. The building's on fire. Well, we really take every precaution to prevent problems from happening. So, no, there is a problem. You just said the building's on fire, motherfucker. Again, the rest of us outside looking in at Seattle are not surprised that this is going on. A lot of us have our beliefs on what things might be happening over there that make this sort of a thing. But again, the part I'm missing here is the fact that you just, how does your brain warp that way? You just said a minute ago, everything's broken. You feel like you can't have nice stuff. And now you're going, I feel like the people of the city really care about it and want to keep it. Did somebody just hold up a cue card with the complete opposite viewpoint of what you said earlier and just asked you to read it and then clipped it into the story?
About the city and try to take care of it. It's just, some bad apples out in the crowd. Yeah.
For now, officials say the pilot.
Some bad apples out in the crowd. All right. Look, dude. if it's just some bad apples out in the crowd, this doesn't happen to the point where you feel like you can't have nice stuff. Your words, not mine. You said you feel like you can't have nice stuff. And that's, again, your words, not mine. So that's more than bad apples out in the crowd. That's regular bad actors. That's continual. That's systemic. You can argue to what level, but now we're just being semantical. So what happens, again, like when you go over the timer, do they just open the door? Like, congratulations, you're dumping before the world. We're showing your shit to everybody. That's kind of fucked up. Or does the toilet somehow kick you out? Are police officers going to get notified that somebody is in the bathroom too long? I feel like somebody needs to be notified. We call the cops every time it goes over 10 minutes. So we're going to bog down the police department with bogus calls of people who can't, pinch it off. All right, great. That's going to go great. World Cup's going to be fun. Hooray.
Isn't going down the drain. Both restroom units are back in service. In Seattle, Madison Wade, King 5 News.
All right, so we didn't have to really worry about that. We were already done. New meth houses. Well, the idea with the 10-minute time limit is that people won't be able to, I guess, do drugs and or pass out. I don't know. Having never done it, I don't understand how long it takes to set up, cook, and do a dose of, like, H in a bathroom or anything like that. I don't know how long that takes, but I would imagine 10 minutes might be a little bit of a tight time frame, especially since after, you go to opioid town, you don't necessarily want to move for a little bit. So I don't know. I have questions. Becomes a reverse bidet. You leave real quick. That'd be gross, though. Because then what about the people that come after? Now this thing's sprayed freaking poltergeist levels of diarrhea shit all over the place, and you're walking in, but it's because the other guy took 12 minutes, and you're just somebody who showed up. That's not fair. That's gross. That's gross, Luke Duke. Howdy, everyone. Hello, Luke Duke. Good to see you. We're doing great. We've got 2.5 hours left in the program. Our funding thing is on to Friday, and that's when we do our big, fancy GoFundMe show. We're going to have Digger doing the Vegemite, or the Marmite, if it shows up on time. And then she's got the beans and stuff like that. She's going to have the Marmite and the Tens thing. I might get one of those Tens things when we were looking at hers. Started feeling like mine's a old piece of shit by comparison. I should get something newer. He's all kinds of special needs. Kind of. That's the only way that thinking exists. I need the bathroom for about 15 minutes to inject steroids in my bum. Right now, junkies now they've got to start going at their addiction and their opioid or injection usage like some sort of IndyCar pit crew. Just they got to get in, get out, and be done under 10 minutes. It's completely inconsiderate to people who want to do drugs in the bathroom. That's where players go inject at halftime. That's going to be a little far away. It sounds like this is supposed to be in the downtown areas, so probably in like shopping center areas, but I don't think it's going to be like right next to the stadiums and stuff. Maybe they'll have a few outside at the stadium, but that would be far away to go. Wouldn't the place where they're holding the World Cup have their own bathrooms? I would hope so, at least especially for the team. Rexstar Perry, it's Seattle. Do your drugs in the open like everybody else. But people, you didn't hear that other guy, though. But people really care about the city and keeping it nice. I feel like somebody threatened him in between the takes where they cut away and stuff. He's like, just feels like, you can't have nice stuff. I was doing a video on accessible restrooms for the FIFA World Tournament to try and, get some YouTube clicks on my channel. And so I was kind of doing that. And I saw the busted window. And, I thought it was going to be vandalism, like spray paint. Like, he thought it was going to be spray paint. He was relieved it wasn't. He was pleased that it was different. That is the problem. And then they cut away and they cut back. It was like, yeah, no, Think people really care about keeping it nice. Like, did they threaten your puppy, sir? Like, they cut away, like, you say any fucking thing else other than everything's great and happy and you're so stoked, we will blow this dog's head out. This Labradoodle will be Labra dead. Like, that's what they did to him. And then he comes back, guys, I just really think people in the city care and want to keep it nice. It's just a couple of bad apples. Again, bad apples don't create a general atmosphere. I was just here. Okay. Is this to prevent people from shitting on the streets? Yes. It's to provide more bathroom access to downtown areas. What I thought was just for the FIFA World Cup is apparently a 1-year program that Seattle is doing, and they paid $116,000 for these quote unquote smart toilets. But that's the other thing. You need to have a smartphone to scan the QR code just to get into the bathroom. What if your guts aren't going to wait that long? Magical dogs are called Labracadabras. That's not bad. I'm in Toronto. The stadium is a 10-minute walk from the condo I own. When I lived there, I would hear the cheers when they score. So glad I'm going to be nowhere close to there. It's going to be a shit show. Yeah, that sounds bad. They can give me $116K to not shit on the street. Well, this again was a community investment per toilet. So I feel like giving it to one citizen, it would be nowhere near equivalent. That'd be like if every time someone took a shit, it cost $116,000. No. The whole bathroom, top to bottom, stem to stern, that's what cost $116,000. Smart toilet. So pooping requires technology now. Yep. It's a smart toilet. You got to scan it with your phone, and you've got to log into it on the Seattle You Are Shitting Me app, and then you got to go in there, and you're like, I'd like to reserve this bathroom for a 10-minute dump, which is why I asked, can you pre-reserve? Can I, reserve a bathroom? Like, no, sorry. I booked this time in advance. I knew I'd have to duty right about now. But yes, I believe it's to help cut down on people shitting in the street. But they also, again, are planning to do this for a whole year. And I don't think the World Cup lasts a year. Pretty sure that's not the length of the World Cup. Homeless don't got phones. Apparently they might. They better fix that problem right quick if they want to take a shit in that bathroom. And if that's a way that they're soft core putting a barrier up, we believe in equality and not looking down on people, but it's not my fault you don't have a smartphone. I'm going to go in this nice bathroom. You can use that crappy one that's public use for everybody, and it's just all covered in graffiti and all sorts of vandalism, and the mirrors are busted, and there's some guy at the back end of the stall has been muttering to himself for the last 3 hours. It smells really funny over there. I'm not saying I know what a burnt match smells like, but it smells like burnt matches and plastic. Homeless don't have phones. The World Cup is around a month. Okay. King Kong Dogs is 3 months. I'm not racist, but foreigners really need to learn how to conform to normal society and bathroom etiquette. There's a fair amount of people in Canada that I would agree don't seem to follow that etiquette. They want to finish before NFL season, 99 days away. Sounds like they said this is a 1-year program. Wouldn't that still include NFL season? Oh, wait, no, he's saying the FIFA World Cup. That's actually a pretty smart idea. You're not going to compete with football. And is that the preseason? That's the preseason, though, King Kong Dong, isn't it? Or is that the legit, we're starting the season? They have phones. They have 3 stolen and 1 for sale. Or no, 3 stolen ones for sale. Oh, yep. I was referring to the World Cup. Yeah, YouTube can be difficult. They need time to beat off after. They'll find a dead hooker in one of them soon. That would be, look, no offense. If you're a working girl and some guy's like, hey, let's go use this bathroom over here. Like, no, let's not. But then can't they just trace? They can just trace the last scanned user because that's the whole idea. Like, hey, who's this lady? Who was the last person to use the Seattle You're Shitting Me app? And then, which, by the way, trademark. You can't have that, Seattle. You're Shitting Me, Seattle. That's actually a better one. Trademark that one. You're Shitting Me, Seattle. That's what we need to call it. What if the broken window is so they can open the door? I don't know that they could. Is there a way to open it from the inside that with the broken window they could hit? Or it's someone who just thought, like, I'm not going to get a phone to scan it to take a dump here, and they broke the thing. Or crazy person on the street just randomly throwing shit, breaking windows. Could be any number of things. I don't know if gunshots are common in Seattle, but maybe that did it. I don't mind soccer. It's just stay away from getting squished by the fence. I just think soccer is way too long and boring. You never hear about a soccer game where there's like a lot of goals back and forth. It's really, no. It's just a bunch of dudes running, kicking the ball around. Hey, we have fun. It just lacks something. It's like all of the no contact of baseball with like a whole lot less skill. Like baseball at least hits you and bursts with like, all right, we're getting ready. Something's going to happen. Oh, and there's a big play. Like that. That's the thing. With soccer, like, all right, we're getting ready. Pass the ball. Shot it at the goal. Shit. What if it's somebody else's phone and you get an illegal pooping ticket? That's a long way to go, Mr. Q. So you're saying somebody in this scenario clones another person's phone to use their phone to use the You're Shitting Me Seattle app and that's how they get in. No, that's it's highly unlikely. Like, and yeah, every time a car gets stolen, it's always for an assassination attempt. No, that's not how it works. Sometimes it's a youth. I want you to say that to people and see how it goes. What? That soccer sucks? Los Federales, that's a lot to pay me to get my ass kicked. If I went there and told them that American football blows, nobody would give a shit, right? But go to a sports bar here and say that the local team sucks a dick. Like, see how that goes. Like, see how this works? Like, I get what you're saying. They're very, very big fans of it over there. Good for them. Woo. You know where I don't live or go to regularly? Argentina and Brazil. So, and I don't think I have a whole big viewership over there. So we're fine. We're fine. I don't know that 14-1 game the Megan Rapinoe team played against a bunch of 14-year-old boys was pretty good. Yeah, but that's not regular soccer. Let's burn a city down because a ball made in Bangladesh didn't win a game for the other side. I don't know why is that burn a city down? I don't think we should burn the city down. So some technically proficient junkie will hack the QR code and make it their homeless potty hut. That would be interesting, Wild Saffron. Oh, look, honey. It's one of them fancy turlets. YouTube sucks. 116K. I'd black bag relocate. Oh, dear Lord. That's a lot of weird proclamations in the Rumble chat. Don't know how I feel about that. I'm just referencing soccer hooligans. For what? Burning down a city? Well, if it's Seattle, I mean, I don't want you to burn down a city, but at least I don't live there. But if it's going to be in, like, Argentina or Brazil, again, also, don't really live there. Don't really live there. So they can do it all they want. So they spent just under $500,000 for this pilot program, and we already have one bathroom out and vandalized. That's within a week, right? Like I talked about that story last week, didn't I? So it's within a week. Within a week of rolling out the new smart shitter, we've already had them vandalized. That took a lot less time than I thought it would. And like the guy that we interviewed in the story, I was surprised that it was just, broken glass. I would have suspected graffiti when asked about vandalism. Which shows you how prevalent that is. That's your go-to. Like, obviously somebody tagged it. Somebody went in and spray painted something. And this is the other thing. If they say, like, we can catch people because we have camera, like, don't tell me that. No. That's, again, smart bathroom makes me think that there's systems of surveillance in there, which is gross. I don't want that. I'd be afraid. I'd be too afraid there's fucking hidden cameras and shit. We're going to have that weird crap in here. No, thank you. All right, I've got to get this ad over first to do this last story. How many people visiting for the cup will I don't know, King Kong Dong. I don't really think they're going to be doing a whole lot of that. How long will they get the Cousin Eddie meme from National Lampoon? Shitter's busted. I mean, but that was being full, wasn't it? I don't remember. Either way, smart toilets, I'm too worried there's going to be like surveillance devices in there. And no thank you. I don't trust it. I don't trust it. We can open and close the door. We have all these sensors and ways of knowing where people are in there. What do you do when they're over 10 minutes? You just don't do anything? Shitter's full. Yeah, I thought it was full, not busted. So, either way, I wouldn't trust this at all. If it's smart enough to tell the authorities that the window's broken, it's probably watching you take a piss. It's like not cool. Not cool. If it's so smart. I mean, I like to have my bathroom time alone, and if this is almost as smart as another person, I might as well be just sitting in any rig old public restroom. Luke Duke, I don't follow soccer anyhow. I don't either. Red Scooper saying squirrel. I mean, that was the story. We were planning to talk about the shitters being broken into for $116,000. I know because my parents have a signed picture of shitters full above their entryway. You have a sign like a National Lampoon's, like the scene. It's signed. Who's it signed by? Go back to drinking the coffee. I think I made the coffee a little too strong. That's what was kicking me in the butt. I had to take a break. But we have 2 hours and 15 minutes program. Who the fuck is it signed by? All right. So we were talking about the World Cup. Just moving along here. The Stanley Cup is wrapping up. And I didn't know this was a thing. And I'm going to tell you right now, don't want it to be a thing. First, just scan the QR code. Then you download a brown load. That one's really good. That one's really good, Sandy. Scan the QR code and download a brown load. That's nice. I'm gonna admit that was nice. That was good. That was good. I'm glad you got that right in before we transitioned. But cheng, I'm gonna be a lady. Into the next story because that was nicely put. The actor played Eddie, and it's a picture of Eddie in a bathrobe with a cigar in his mouth, and the hose he's dumping the waste with. That is a weird piece of memorabilia to have. But as a person who likes unique movie memorabilia, that's cool for a fan to have a thing like that. Displaying it over the bathroom with the sign shitters full, like it's just... It makes sense So I feel weird to call it out, but it's just not the place. Like, you don't think when I'm traveling to home, let's look at all these photos. You don't really like when you're using the restroom, like, where's the bathroom? Oh, it's got to be there. Like, that. Now I feel weird. That's all it is. Randy Quaid was the actor. Well, if you have it autographed by Randy Quaid, it's kind of cool. I mean, it's kind of cool. There's also a card where you collect brownie rewards. You get one. Oh. The new Seattle Public Utility Streak card. Take 5 shits in our public restrooms, and the 6th one is on us. No, you don't understand. It's my 21st birthday. I get a free dump today. Oh, no. Good Lord. It's bad. It's bad. It's above their entryway. Oh, of the house. I don't know if that makes it better. It seems like that does not make it better. The poo punch card. Yeah, but who's punching the card? Who's punching the card? These are supposed to be smart, and this is the other part, smart autonomous bathrooms that are going to be apparently regularly cleaned. And, like, when they need a cleaning, like, to lock down, I guess. But my problem is, how does the bathroom know it needs a cleaning? The only way you know it needs a cleaning is somebody can see that some shit's gone wrong here. Like, or somebody sees a broken window. But apparently this thing knows when the window's broken. Knows whether you've been bad or good. Who it's giving a lump of urinal cake to for Christmas. It's kind of scary. I don't like it. I'd get 3 punches a day. Yeah, how many does the punch card, is there like a limited on the usage? Can you get like, can you say drop a mega big like double dump and then get like 2 punches? Is it based on sheer quantity? What if I can lay a 32 Keurig log into the system? Still love that their way of measuring fecal matter in South Park was Katie Couric's. All right, so I knew that the Puppy Bowl was a thing for the Super Bowl, and like I didn't care. But apparently now we're going to just do that with everything. So do you not have a Sonny Bono inside of you? No, I don't. And it wasn't Sonny Bono. It was God, who's Bono. It was just Bono. I think his name is that. I think you're confusing people. Anyways, let's go ahead and play this. I don't endorse this. Let's stop doing puppy sports of every damn sports event.
After the puck drops for the Stanley Cup Final tonight on ABC.
Toronto's roughly who steals the strong man. Score!
Next week, the National Hockey League will once again also host the Stanley Pup.
Let's not. Let's stop. Let's stop pimping out our sports things to do stuff for pets. Can we just do the nice stuff for pets? This is a completely rigged game, and it's all about dogs. What about the cats?
For the 3rd year in a row, 32 adoptable rescue dogs, each representing one of the 32 NHL teams, will compete for the most prestigious trophy on ice. Well, actually.
It's not real ice, right?
Not real ice.
Of course it's not real ice, you fucking tard. It's not real ice, right? No, we're just going to throw the puppies out there on real ice, watch them try to stand on their own 4 legs, and also let them freeze their little puppy paw pads because they're standing on fucking ice. No, it's not real ice, you idiot. Okay, leave the puppy bowl. Yeah, I allowed the puppy bowl, okay? I allowed the puppy bowl. I was like, all right, this makes sense. Puppy bowl, have at it. But now we've got to start sticking puppies into every single fucking sport now. We have to have the puppy bowl. What happened What, when basketball's around? Do we have to have March Puppy Madness? I don't know. I'd pay to watch the struggle on real ice. But then the dogs. I don't want the dogs hurt. I just want them out. Don't forget to spay and neuter your pets. Bob Barker. Gone but not forgotten, especially by the sheer volume of veterinary operations that he helped encourage. Just lop them nuts right off. They don't do it in soccer yet because why would you? We're not going to do the World Puppy Cup. Although it does. The World Puppy Cup sounds kind of funny. Almost. Here's the funny part about that. You can't really do the, Stanley Pup finals because hockey's a hard sport to emulate as a bunch of uncoordinated dogs. But seeing as how it revolves around a giant ball, you could just give them a soccer ball and the FIFA World Puppy Cup would be pretty decent. At least better than anything else. Better than that real fucking soccer. I'll say this: I'd watch the Puppy Cup before the World Cup.
Okay. That wouldn't be fair, would it? Would it?
To get a behind-the-scenes look at the filming process, I skated over to the NHL headquarters
All right, I
in New
can't
York.
take this,
Definitely
dude.
not to just go.
I can't take this, dude. I can't. I skated over. You're a dick. They're doing a puppy cup, and it's like, just adopt the dogs. Stop making it a thing where we have to tie the sports in, so everyone who likes the sport has to give a shit about the dogs, or anyone who likes the dogs has to give a shit about the sport. Stop forcing people together, all right? Just fuck off. You're not going to watch it if USA makes it to the final somehow? No. I don't enjoy watching baseball. I don't enjoy watching soccer. I don't enjoy watching golf. If I was to participate in any of those three, I might give a fuck, but not watching. I don't mind watching hockey, and I don't mind watching football, but even still, I'd rather play it than watch it. Always kind of been my thing. Soccer's never going to get my goat. I'm just not super itching to watch soccer. Me watching it won't affect the team, and I don't really give a shit whether or not we win the World Cup in FIFA. Why not get an inflatable ball and put the dog inside it and let it run around while they try to kick it and score? Oh, my God, St. Aaron, that is horrible. It's punny, not funny, but just cute enough to make you want to puke. I have no idea what we're talking about. I don't like watching baseball, but I'm super stoked to go watch Banana Ball. What's banana? Oh. I think I get it. Is that a racist thing? Did you just do a thing? I always feel dirty when people do that. Thank you for all the support we've had today, but now I'm going to feel dirty. That feels gross. Does just mean ferret hockey could be fun? Ferrets would at least have a little bit more interest in being more hockey-like. You could have like an actual puck. We just have dogs running around aimlessly, and we pretend it's a sport. All to link the dogs into a sport that has nothing to do with them. Let it go. Let it go. Not racist. It's a legit sport. Oh. Banana baseball is awesome. I don't know what that is. Drunk T-ball. You know what I want to be a real sport? I don't know anyone else. Does anyone else remember the movie Basketball? I want that game to be a legit thing that people played. I don't think it is, but I liked that game. I'd really like that to be a thing. Oh, he's got a Savannah Bananas. So Banana Ball. But is Banana Ball just baseball with the Savannah Bananas? What is Banana Ball? Meet the team, camps, employment. Bananas Foster. Foster the Banana Ball, people. Bananas Foster, get it? Like the dessert. I'm sorry, I'm looking at this. This is a web page. I'm sure this is real, but wear the gear, find out about tickets, watch a video. Is it just baseball with the teams called the Savannah Bananas? I'm all about that Buzkashi. Legit, I would endorse Buzkashi being a national sport or a world sport. Add it to the Olympics. Look, I always say that we shouldn't have people with like third world cultures just injected here, expected to live here with their culture here, learn an appropriate level of assimilation. Learn the amount of blending that's allowed, where you can give, where you have to take, kind of deal. Same thing we all do. But when it comes to like world sports and stuff, that's where I feel like old English countries and everything else, you guys can't really cream it with football like we can. We have that. But you guys could have, jousting, right? And then we could all do jousting now, but we're not as good at it as you guys. It's in your blood. And then we could have those other guys over in the Middle East. We could have the Buzkashi one. Like, we don't all come from goat-stealing herdsmen, but you guys do. And so you're going to have like a natural advantage there. It's in your blood. Hi, Alcard. I got 2 hours left. Do you want to come in here? Buddy. Hi, Al. Yep. Hey, Al. How's it going? Alucard. And now he's done. He really doesn't like that we moved the dog upstairs. He's been bitching about it a lot. Well, do you want to join me? Well, you just have to come over here. We'll pick you up and you can join us. Up to you if you want to see the rules of Banana Ball. This was another one? Okay. Is this the rules of Banana? But again, this is my question. Is Banana Ball a different form of ball? Is it just baseball? So you're saying it's different than baseball. These are the rules.
The name of the game.
Okay, so it already looks better than baseball. I don't know what any of this is, but it looks better than baseball. That looks like a fucking slip and slide. Are you telling me that it's like round all three bases and then you have to slide into home like you're going down a water slide? That's kind of cool. It's baseball-ish, says King Kong Dong.
Game is Banana Ball, and this is the fastest, most entertaining game in sports. Rule number 1, win the inning, win the point. In Banana Ball, points are the most important. If you score the most runs in an inning, you get a point. The most points win the game. But in the last inning of Banana Ball, every run counts as a point. Rule number 2, there is a 2-hour time limit. No new inning can start when the clock hits 0. Rule number 3, no stepping out. If you step out of the batter's box, it is a strike. Rule number 4, no bunting, because bunting sucks.
Okay. I'm not against the Banana Ball rules. I agree bunting sucks, but as a strategic play, it's interesting, It adds a little bit. I'm going to say you start limiting the types of ways you can interact with the ball. You start really, really hampering the creative and diversity of sport. You really kind of not a good idea. I don't think you want to censor yourself. Yo, Al Cat, tell Johnny to go fluff himself. No, Al wanted to say hello. We moved the dog upstairs for safety purposes. This could be so much fun drunk. I feel like this got created drunk. This feels like my request earlier for basketball to be a real sport. This feels like a mix between baseball and like the idea behind basketball, like mixed into a real sport so far. Again, no bunting because bunting sucks. I understand the rule, but it just seems, I don't know, somehow it seems cheesy.
If you bunt, you're thrown out of the game. Rule number 5, batters can steal first. On any pass ball, wild pitch, or any pitch, a batter can take off and try to get first. Rule number 6, no walks allowed.
That's interesting. So, as Darude starts spiking up in the background there, you're telling me anybody can just, if the ball goes wild, the catcher doesn't get it, the pitcher doesn't get it, you can steal first. Okay. And no walking allowed. So you can't walk somebody by like getting 3 balls and we all walk. Rule number 5, no drugs. I don't know, so let's see.
Walks are boring. So in Banana Ball, it becomes a ball for sprint. And the batter will take off and advance to as many bases as he wants until every position player touches the ball. Rule number...
That rule just seems really kind of, because it's a wild ball and he took off, you all have to trade it and he has to steal the base before you tag him out after you've all traded the ball. That's just really kind of messed up. Johnny can never get walked. Nope. I'm gonna have to run. Look, I might be able to be talked into playing the cornhole tournament, especially if I know I'm not doing a comedy show performance like the last anniversary show. That was the problem. I was out there all day and then like, hey, get up on stage. I'm like, we're really past that at this point. All right.
Number 7, no mound visits. Nope. Stay in the dugout or stay in your position. Let's play ball. Rule number 8, if a fan catches a foul ball, it is an out. You got that right. In Banana Ball, everything's in play, so you better be ready. Rule number 9, the showdown tiebreaker. If the game is tied at the end of 9 innings or when time expires, we don't just play extra innings in Banana Ball. It goes down to an ultimate duel, which we call the showdown. It is pitcher versus hitter with one fielder, and the hitter has to score. If both teams tie the first showdown, then it goes down to just pitcher versus hitter with no fielder. And finally, if we're still tied after 2 showdowns, the third showdown is pitcher versus hitter, one fielder, and bases loaded, and all the runs count as a point. Rule number 10, the Banana Ball challenge rule. Not only does...
All right, this is getting way too complicated. Holy Jesus. Don't get me wrong. Banana Ball seems interesting. This is a lot. Like, I don't know. Former beanbag partner with Johnny. It is indeed fun. I don't think... Have I ever done cornhole before? I'll do it from my wheelchair. I don't give a shit. Hey, here's the way I look at it. If quad amputee Murder McNubbins can be a like a champion cornholer, I can fuck around for a tournament for fun with fans. Like, why not? I could do it. This is the biggest rising sport in the past 5 years. Again, some of these rules get really weird.
Each team have the opportunity to challenge a ruling on the field, but for the first time in sports history, you, the fans, have the opportunity to challenge.
All right, eat a dick. No, we've got too much fan interaction. Fans are assholes. We're not doing fan challenges, okay? Who decides which fan gets to raise the challenge? Now these assholes are going to start fighting each other over the stupid challenge, wasting it or whatever. Fan challenge, I'm sorry, I get it. Like, let's keep this thing fun, but no, let's not let some drunken bat dad fucking call it like, I saw that player as dog shit. Like, let's not do that. Let's not do that. This is a time bomb. Case in point, look at the lady we have as a description. This is all sorts of trouble. Karen's about to bitch, all right? Like, I don't want to do this. That's their motto, Johnny. Fans first. Oh, so we know whose balls they're holding. Johnny's finally going to fuck around with fans. No, that's not at all Nucleatic Gaming. That's not at all what we said.
Challenge a ruling on the field. Rule number 11, the golden batter rule. Now, for the first time ever, a team can send up any batter to hit in any spot in the lineup. This is guaranteed.
So they can just... See, as a hockey player, that's always seemed weird to me. Like, why can't you just put somebody... You shouldn't have to stick to a specific lineup. Like, who gives a fuck?
The best possible matchup. The best pitcher versus the best hitter at the end of the game when it matters most. These are the official rules of Banana Ball.
Yeah, I'm going to say it's about as whack as your suit, sir. And that's coming from somebody who actually has a derby. So, yeah, eat a dick. Your fucking wackadoo yellow goddamn fucking suit. Ugh. I'm still a foot down, man. Fans like of the sport, cool, but no, don't give them veto power. Don't let them say what's going on in the game. They're horrible judges. That's why they're not refs at the sport. That's why they're the people paying to be there. They are the least trustworthy. They have the most personally invested. They can't be unbiased. Don't let them challenge rules and go, no, that's dog shit. Like, I don't believe so. They have a pitcher on stilts who pitches great. Good. They have a pitcher on stilts. Does he need to be on stilts, or is the stilts just a mindlessly stupid way to up the ante to be, oh, look, it's entertaining? Like, this is the biggest slap in the face to baseball I've ever seen. Because quintessentially what this sport is saying is, hey, baseball kind of sucks. What if it didn't? And now you're saying we've gotten to the point where we're including carnival acts like Cirque du Soleil up there with the ball throwing now with the stilts? That's not okay. I'm not all right with that. That's the problem. Again, that's a slap in the face to baseball. It's like, your guys' sport sucks. Johnny's just mad the Twins haven't won a World Series since 1991. Honestly, it doesn't bother me. I don't think about it at all, really. I don't think about, like, who wins the World Series. Notice there's no World Series, like Puppy World Series. We don't get that either. They asked the guy to go to public with his company, Banana Ball, and he refuses because it'll take away from the fans. He refuses to charge more than $60 a ticket. Great. So he's got some principles. That's lovely. It's still kind of a wonky sport, and it's still kind of a slap. It's kind of a dick slap in the face of baseball. Because again, baseball, it's like, hey, your guys' sport's just kind of lame. We like that you did the whole thing, and we want, right. But it's kind of lame. If we could just kind of tighten this up a bit, just maybe make it a little less not shitty, and that's what we're going for. Okay, a batter lineup is critical. Leadoff needs to be the most likely to get on base, regardless of means. Second should be really fast. Third should have a good average with power. Fourth is the slugger, etc. Right, how you set up your baseball lineup. But the idea to me of having a preset lineup that you don't deviate from, like to have it be a rule, like you guys can change who you want to have. Like, yeah, that's we like until the batter goes up to bat, we shouldn't it's weird to have like a program like, and next will be Tom Higgins followed by Jared Ballknocker. Like this, it's not okay. I don't know. It's weird. This is not professional baseball. It's just family-oriented, fun environment, watching athletes play a different type of baseball. I suppose I agree. It does. I don't think we should involve the fans voting. Just think the fans, no fan. I would say this is someone who would attend, but someone, if they were attending, would be a fan in the sport, not a participant. Don't let the fans participate. Don't. Johnny wants Babe Ruth to bat every third at bat. Isn't he dead? At the very least, retired? I don't think he can do it. I don't think he's up to the gig. I do like that King Kong Dong. They have a 2-hour time limit. I like the time limit, and then it's down to like a shot clock thing. I will say that is one thing that I was in favor of. Extra innings is dog shit bullshit. So, I'll say that's okay. That's not bad. But a lot of it starts getting weird. Like, hey, we fucked up the ball so you can steal the base and you can just keep on trucking. We have to have the ball touch hands of everybody. Like, not everybody fucked that up. The outfielders didn't screw up anything. The pitcher pitched at the baseball at the batter. The batter swung and missed, but then it popped up somewhere and the catcher didn't get it. Like, it's not fair. Make everyone fix that mistake. But the time limit's a great thing. Don't get me wrong. There's cool parts about it. I like aspects of it. I don't know that I want to sign up for Banana Ball. It sounds just Savannah Bananas and Banana Ball. It just sounds like something I'd be like, oh, that's not real. That's totally not real. And it turns out, no, banana ball is real. I thought it was some sort of weird racial slur. And I was like, oh, what are we talking about? Like, no, this is a real thing. Like, okay, so you weren't making the joke. I don't know what joke you'd be making, but whatever it was, weren't making that joke. If you want family fun, go to a St. Paul Saints game. I don't think my daughter would like a sporting event. She's not big on loud crowds. I think she'd find it too loud. I just hope she doesn't become a big hockey fan and want to play hockey because that's super expensive. But then at the same rate, so far, she's shown aptitude for two things, swimming and motorsports. So she likes cars and engines and trucks. That's worrisome for me because that's fucking expensive. She's going to want a go-kart or some shit. It's like, how the fuck am I going to pay? I guess, like, I'm going to buy you a car because fuck me. I guess that's what we're doing. But yeah, we'll see. I guess that's in a future not to be worried about. Baseball is the third worst sport ever made. Second is flat ball, and first is cricket. Fuck cricket. Again, hockey isn't flat ball. It's a puck, not a ball. It's a puck. What the fuck? It's a puck. But hockey is awesome. It's a sport that allows for a lot of independent creativity, but also team coordination. You need a pack of 5 guys moving like a goddamn group of Arctic wolves, passing that puck betwixt themselves to keep the other team on the defense. Then you need to get the right guy to take on the goaltender. And then he's going to need one of 3 different shots. He's going to want to take it from the back, from, the line, kind of a line drive shot. Those are hard to get. Get in close and, like, do the fucking deke stuff. Like, oh, flip them out. Get in there. A nice 5-hole shot up front. But it's a team thing. Okay, so flat ball has the same skill set as jerking me off. You need a team of people to do that? I'm sorry. That must be a difficult life where you can't rub one out without 5 guys to help you with that problem. That's wow. That's a big admit to just throw out into this chat. I'm a little surprised. I don't know what to do with the wow. I didn't. Whew. Olympic ice curling is probably the worst. Yeah, especially when I found out about that double touching rule. Sounds so wrong. And Canada's guilty of chronic double touching. That sounds like something a Canuck would do. All righty. So we have the Reese's Monkeys that escaped from Germany. We'll talk about those. We've got an update on the concert, the worst concert of the year that Donald Trump is supposedly going to cancel. Yeah, shut up. And we've got a story about a expert called in to wrangle a unique animal, only for him to recognize it, and that'll be a fun little thing to get. 5 guys. I hope there are fries in the bag. Ting. I'll take pictures when I go to Banana Ball, says King Kong Dog. I'm sure Banana Ball is wonderful. I'm sure it's lovely. At first hearing of Banana Ball, I questioned the legitimacy of Banana Ball. So that's all. And just off the jump, I was like, but Banana Ball? Banana Ball. Banana Ball. So yeah, I would say no. I just didn't think it was real. You don't need to show me here, no, I believe you. Because that video combined with the website just seems like way too much work to convince little old me that Banana Ball is a thing. So I'm pretty sure, yeah, Banana Ball is real. My only problem is, again, this whole fans get to veto rulings thing. It's just a good, clean game where you don't have to worry about your kids and getting hurt by drunks and stuff. What, Banana Ball? Okay. Seems like Banana Ball would attract the people tie on a few. Golf is gay unless it's Top Golf, where you can aim for the guy collecting the balls in the ball Zamboni gimmick. I mean, that is kind of the best part. The best part of golf is launch and drives at the ball cart. I've enjoyed golf in like digital formats, so I don't think I would hate actually golfing. I love Frisbee golf, and I will be a Frisbee golf fan forever. But actual golfing isn't bad. I mean, I'd never be able to do it now, obviously, and I don't give a shit, but fucking, I mean, it could be fun. It still seems a little dumb as a sport. Whack the ball with the stick. This is weird. I like the Frisbee edition better. It just seems more fun. More fun. Flat golf isn't a sport. Is that what you call Frisbee golf? Flat golf? Frisbee golf is every bit as much a sport as actual golf. You do literally the same thing. In fact, in some cases, the courses are the similar distance. I've had some very long drives in my Frisbee golf career. The biggest problem with Frisbee golf is that it's frequented by potheads. So it's always going to smell like patchouli. And you're going to have like 4 dudes that got to the hole and have been sitting there for the past 5 minutes. And like, you want to play through it. And then they're all like, dude, we didn't know, man. No, go ahead. It's, yeah, fucking, yeah. Frisbee golf equals frolf. Yeah, some people call it frolf, but some people shit on people calling it frolf. So I feel like frolf is more of the insider term. So I'm not going to call it that. Call it Frisbee golf. I know my comments are usually racist, but not today, you silly white. I have a lot of guilt. I got to assume these things because I'm evil. And I'm the perpetuate. What am I? I am the continuation of the systemic society that was built on and prospered and only exists because black people were enslaved at one point in America. And in no way is it now just a notice me, notice me, notice me. I'm a victimhood cry out more than anything. You know what? Yeah, so I have to just assume everything you say is racist because, again, I feel like if I ever assume I'm not racist, that's when I'll be the most racist. If I just assume and I repent for my racism off the jump, then we're fine, right? Like, because I'm like, I didn't mean to and I did, but I'm sorry. But at the same rate, I don't know where the line is. What's fun? What's just like, hey, like, you know, it's just what we call Kevin in the office. We're like, he's the And to be clear, was Kevin's idea. Came in, he's like, yeah, man, I'm your Kevin. And we were like, okay. Johnny needs to give me reparations in the form of cure acceptance. No, that won't happen. Prepare to be never repatriated. Reparated? I don't know, whatever the term is. Post-reparation. You're not getting it because no. I am not stepping on that landmine for you or anybody else. You stay out of my butthole. All right. I enjoy playing golf. Can't stand watching it. Yeah, I could enjoy playing it. I could enjoy playing golf. I can't stand watching it. I love playing Frisbee golf, but if you're like, hey, let's watch the Frisbee golf finals, like, here's a hot, steaming load of who gives a shit. Like, I mean, no offense. Next to golf, the next most boring sport to watch would have to be Frisbee golf because you're literally like, and he threw the disc, and it's up. And it's spinning. Oh, look at it spin. It's going down the field, still spinning. Spinning down the field. Spinning. A little more spinning. Lofting now. Slowly swaying. Oh, slowly swaying right as the wind catches the disc. Like, it's like fucking... It's what you listen to in the waiting room for the maid program in Canada. Like, that's what you're getting. Fucking Frisbee golf. But to play it, God, it's fun. One of my most fucking favorite moments in my sporting life happened with literally one other witness. I threw my fucking putter. It's a Roby Arrow. It's a very unique putter, and I know how to use it right. And it curved around, blind corner. I hear the clang of the chain. I go in. That mofo is wedged inside the basket. It's a definitive hit. We got it in the hole. I'm just, yes, that was great. Like, a blind sank it, a blind putt. It was beautiful. But if you want me to watch that moment, I'm like, eat a dick. I mean, cool, good for you. For me, tennis or marathon running are more boring than golf. Yeah, but I don't consider marathon running or like the Tour de France, I don't consider that a sport. I consider those people athletes, but I mean, you're more akin to a racehorse, I guess. I don't know. It's always weird when they finish the Tour de France, they don't just put a giant wreath of flowers over them for the guy to eat while they celebrate his victory. How come we never hail the bike? We always hail the jockey. Oh, it's in the hole. Like it was. It like sank it. And that's just a feeling I can't explain. The just utter elation. Throwing that disc, knowing the basket's up to the left, not knowing how much I'm going to stay on the path, but getting it just right enough that she curved in, sliced to the left, ching, and you go up there and you're like, no way. And the dude was like, no way. And I'm like, yeah, dude, I just sank the blind corner. Like, that's crazy. It's crazy. I like to watch women's tennis. I close my eyes. Well, that's incredibly fucked up. That is incredibly fucked up. And if you weren't already, I feel like that chat admission should have you on somebody's list somewhere. Somewhere, somebody's got to be keeping an eye on you, man. It's not good. Not good. Let's just say that right now. Not good. All right. We have, oh, God, I just did I laughed and I inhaled. I just inadvertently did a Jeremy sniff. Now I have even more reason to hate myself. If I didn't have enough with the white guilt, the fact that I now just did that's a new level. I'm not going to be able to forgive myself. I feel dirty. Let's get to this next one here. I don't know if this video is in English, so I'm going to give you the facts before we go to the video. 6 Rhesus macaw monkeys have escaped in Witten, Germany, and 3 of the primates remain on the loose over 24 hours later. So we still don't know if these monkeys have been captured. And all right, yep. It's subtitles, closed caption. All right, and we're gonna Zack uns.
Ausgetrickst. Dieses Äffchen lässt sich von der Feuerwehr.
Is it gonna translate it? I thought you were supposed to translate it when I hit that button. We're not gonna do that. Settings. Voice, ambient notations, German, auto-generated. Subtitles. Auto-translate. Is American at the top? I don't think so. We're going to go all the way down to the bottom. This is way more work than this needed to be. Where's the U? United States of America. Are you fucking kidding me? I can get Urdu, but I can't get American? Why can't we have American? Where's American then? Oh, Armenian.
Oh, no.
All right, English.
Oh, no.
I'll settle for English then. No. There we go. Quick and tricked, this little monkey won't listen to the fire department. There we go. We finally got it. They just need to hire Ace Ventura. He could catch the goddamn monkeys. Again, I feel like the countries are all putting these travel restrictions on the DRC, so we got to get this infection out somehow. Let loose the random test monkeys.
Nichts sagen. Zusammen mit 5 weiteren Primaten ist es aus einer Auffangstation in Witten.
It escaped from a rescue center in Witten, North Rhine-Westphalia. How many monkeys do you guys have to rescue in Germany? Like, I don't know. Rhesus monkeys aren't really native to your province or land or whatever you want to call it. Why is it this was not just the monkey rescue facility, the nearest one? I feel like the nearest one is a bit of a problem.
Alrighty then.
Thank you, Fettuccine El Poo Poo, for the 100 bits and the Ace Ventura sticker. We have an hour and a half left to go in the show. Stuff like that is going to kick down our goal, which is currently at $55 on June 5th. That's this Friday. That's our big fun GoFundMe show with all the torture stuff and the wheel and all that hot jazz. I got to make sure to go get those kippers again. But anyways, back to apparently the completely not questionable thing about you guys have a nearest monkey rescue facility and you've had monkeys escape from said monkey rescue facility.
Ausgebüxt.
Escape with 5 other primates.
Polizei sollen sich die Tierchen durch eine
According to the police, the creatures scratched their way through a brick wall. What the? Look, I get that primates kind of creative. Spark of ingenuity. They tunneled out of their king cell. You guys didn't notice the whole time. Did one of them get a movie poster to place over the hole? Like, did they wait until a storm came by to start hitting the drainage pipe with a rock? Like, how exactly did we not notice that these guys scratched a hole in a brick wall and then escaped? You're not going to get that done in an afternoon.
Dann abgehauen sein. Dieses Äffchen hier ist zufällig auf einem Friedhof angetroffen worden.
This monkey was found in a cemetery. Yeah, because they were, you can't convince me otherwise. They were strategically released to kill people. So that monkey thought, we'll just get to the end of it and sanitize the area of euthanization. What are we doing? Just euthanize them humanely? I don't know about that. So far, they haven't admitted that these monkeys are infectious monkeys, and so let's just trank them, catch them, and not have people touch them at all. They're just out to spread the virus. Were they testing a super soldier serum? I don't know what they were doing. Golf would be cool if they just randomly beat the shit out of each other. Oh, you mean like that battle golf game I was playing with Jimmy? That'd be interesting. Aren't all solo sports boring to watch? Bowling, darts, golf, etc. Yeah, dude, kind of. I don't think poker's fun to watch. It's just exciting because you know what's going to happen before other people do. Fishing is all right because it's fun to see the hogs they pull out, but I'd rather just go do it my damn self. I always feel like fishing should require the fishermen to tie on a few. If we're going to call it sport fishing, then it needs to be a fair competition. And that means that guy's got to be more than half in the bag to give the fish a fair chance to pull him in and drown him. Just as much chance as he has of pulling that fish out of the water and dry drowning the fish. So that's what we do. He's got to have a good fucking few beers and shots in him. Then we go fishing. I caught a 10-pound big mouth bass with a blood alcohol of 1.02. Let me tell you, they'd never allow me behind the wheel of a car, but goddamn if I didn't just empty every trout that rainbow had to offer. Dear Lord. I haven't fished sober since I was like 15. Same with lawn mowing. Right, Rusty Grammar, but do you do it as a professional sport? And again, do you get that far in the bag? Like I'm saying, you gotta be well more than fairly sauced to go fishing. You might have a few beers. You might get a little tipsy, have a buzz. But I don't know, man. Are you really getting completely fucking shittered? Because we need you in the bag. Like, you're going full tilt on this one. It's a fair game. Both of you should have the same ability to walk. It's a fair game. But, you know, what do I know? I also never go fishing.
I've been with
the fire department for 40 years now. There are things you don't experience every day. And there are things you only experience once in your working life. This is the first time. Yeah, but that's my thing. Like, this is the first time as a member of the German fire department you've ever been called in on monkey wrangling detail. But why do you have so many monkey rescue facilities? How do you guys need to rescue this many motherfucking monkeys? Like, I get they regularly don't tunnel out the back of their wall like some sort of weird prison break show. But the fact that you have multiple monkey research facilities or rescue facilities, and this is the closest one, like, it's a little worrisome. How about Russian roulette fishing? 1 out of 6 fish has an explosive in it. That sounds very mean. Andy Dufresne. Andy Dufries. I think he said Frane. I don't know if that's supposed to be Frane or... That monkey climbed through 3 football field lengths of the most foul-smelling shit I can imagine. Andy Dufresne. It was a good time. I've fallen into the drink once or twice. See, that's where it's fun. That's where, again, the fish has a chance, you know? It seems like if we're going to call it a sport, like if you're hunting, if you're fishing for food, you're like, no, I'm doing this for food. This isn't a game. Like, okay, then you understand the realism of what you're doing. That makes sense. But if you're like, no, I do this as a sport. This is what I relax. This is a fun hobby for me. I just pull fish out of the river. Like, all right, well, let's get you shittered. Let's get you shittered.
Rhesusaffen sind intelligent,
Rhesus monkeys are intelligent but shy. They pose no danger to humans. Yeah, that's what you're saying until we find out they've all been like test primates and they're all infected with the mega Ebola that's circling in the African continent right now.
Daher sucht die Feuerwehr nicht weiter nach ihnen.
The fire department's no longer... So you've got 3 of these still on the loose as of the time of this reporting, and the fire department decided that since they're shy, they're not looking for them? Just because they don't pose a threat, they apparently clawed their way through a brick wall, which tends to deter most inmates. So these primates are more dangerous than most escaped convicts. You don't want to just ignore the random rhesus monkeys running around. They're like, oh, they're not very dangerous, so why would we chase after them? Why would we search for them? You're just waiting until what? They mutilate somebody, and then you'll be like, all right, it got cornered and it got scared and it ripped this old lady's face off. Oh, shit, that was in German. I understood that. Well, you know, you're a big fan of 1920s history.
Im Austausch mit dem Eigentümer der Affen wurde dann entschieden, dass wir nicht tätig werden, und so wird das auch bleiben. Die Affen werden heute Abend von dem Eigentümer wieder...
We decided we wouldn't interfere. The monkeys will be recaptured by the owner this evening. Yeah, just let the owner do it. Don't have any government officials, other witnesses. Just let the owner do it so nobody knows that these were the patient zero test monkeys out to spread the virus. You're welcome for that image, Johnny. Aw. Oh, that's King Kong Dong. That's disgusting. I have an hour and a half left in the show. I didn't need that image to walk me the rest of the way down the primrose path of this evening. I didn't need that. But I do have the last of 1945 was a bad year. Well, it depends. Certain people would call it a return on investment, depending who you are. Alrighty. Bet those people are missing the Berlin Wall now. Like, I don't know that the Berlin Wall prevents the monkey escape. I don't know about the region and its proximity to Berlin. It doesn't seem like it was very close to Berlin. And wasn't the rest of the border maintained with kind of like a soft border? Patrol stations, whatnot? Or did they build a legit wall down the middle of the country? Be weird. I don't know. Either way, I don't think the country's in danger, and we don't need the wall. So yes, the rhesus macaques escaped in Witten, Germany. 3 of them still on the loose, but don't worry, we're not looking for them. The owner will catch them. Has the owner said if he caught them? No. Not really updating us? Oh, weird. Weird. Certainly don't need to ask what was in those monkeys. That's the worst part now. Is like we get these stories. Like 3 monkeys escaped this facility. What was in the monkeys? Like virus-wise, what was in the monkeys? We know you tested something. We don't trust you not to be f***ing around with the monkeys. What was in the monkeys? A clean monkey doesn't escape on your watch. What was in the goddamn monkeys? Anywho. We've got an hour and 15 left in the show. We're going to be going here for a little bit more. We've been talking about this. I thought this was canceled, but Vanilla Ice is now defending his continuing to stay on the Freedom 250 concert. His reason for continuing to stay, I think someone did an interview with him. TMZ did an interview with him. So everybody's bailed on this ticket. Let's go to TMZ's thing.
What do you think about this? That, it's a birthday party, and now it just feels super political.
Oh, man.
It is super political. That's the worst part about this whole ordeal. It's been politicized and become super political from the jump just because of who's in office. And it would happen either way. Whoever was the president, it would get politicized. But both for the supporters and the detractors of this president, it's a little something extra. So, yeah, the fact that it's 250 and this guy is kind of the perfect storm of, oh, God, I give a shit, and it's become politicized. But props to Vanilla Ice for being like, dude, I'll perform. And I'm going to be honest, and then maybe I'm being a dick. You get booked in a lot of gigs?
I'm not going to get dragged into that. I'm here to party with America, man. Music is made to bring people together, and that's what we're here to do, man. We're just going to represent the 90s. I don't take anything too serious. I don't think anybody else...
Again, that's the other part. Thank you, Voice Crack, for delegitimizing me. That's the other part. This is the, 90s celebration night. A lot of people, I think, flicked out about this ticket. It's the 90s celebration. It actually made a lot of sense. But hey, he just wants to party. It's weird. We'll go I just want to party with America, man. Do you want to? Let's not and say we did. But all right. Okay. Cool. Boost.
I think that we should just dance. It's life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, and you got to get out and pursue it with dance. My mom always told me, says, wake up and put your dancing shoes on with no matter what you're doing in life and dance your way through all your problems because you'll always be happy. And I said, why, Mom? She said, because you can't dance if you're miserable. So we're here to dance and be happy.
All right. All right. Eyes on your side, Vanilla. I slow your roll, you able-bodied fuck. I can't dance. What's that supposed to say about me, huh? Do you realize you've automatically condemned me to a life of misery? And sure, maybe I have one, but that's not for your right to assume, solely because I can't dance. I can put my dancing shoes on, but I have to also put my dancing wheels on, too, while we're at it.
Happy, man. It's nothing more than that. This is Vanilla Ice, man, and I love the 90s tour. We're honored. It's the birthday of America, 250, whether it's whatever your impression of the 250 years is that's you. It's all about just us making it this far.
King Kong Dong. I love Vanilla Ice. I'm going to say I don't love Vanilla Ice, and I certainly still don't forgive him for stealing Queen's music. And yes, I have a biased opinion, and I'm bitter. Dance like disco is cool again. And King Kong Dong, Ice just said you suck, Johnny. Yeah, he kind of did. He kind of, Ice, without knowing it, passively did a dig at every single handicapper. He's like, put on your dance shoes because you can't dance if you're miserable. There's a whole lot of people who can't dance. So they're automatically miserable. Is that what you're saying? They're automatically miserable. Stephen Hawking, automatically miserable. But apparently he might have been a piece of shit, which is sad. It's sad when you learn that might be. But yeah, dude, a lot of people can't dance. Stop shitting on them. And is this an Air Jordan hat or is that some sort of Vanilla Ice cap? Either. Vanilla Ice cap. Nice Nice. Ice, ice, baby. Indeed.
And in kind of bringing people.
Ice isn't wrong. Johnny sucks, says Lab Glass. No, don't do that. Random memory, but I want watching an ad for a show called Vanilla Ice going Amish as a kid, and he's using power tools to build a house. I have no idea what you're talking about. I know there was like a Vanilla Ice interior design show, which is also completely fucked up. Hawking made The Big Bang Theory even more tainted now. Oh. Oh God, remember those albums? I Can't Believe It's Music Volume 6. No, it's God damn, I don't remember what they were called, but I remember those. I remember
people together, and that's what this is about. I don't think that it should be about any political thing or anything like that. I don't even vote, so I don't even care. And if Biden called up, hey, and he said, my daughter's getting married, we need Vanilla Ice, I'd go play. It's not a...
Okay. Firstly, weirdly specific. And one, from what I've heard, allegedly, Joe Biden doesn't like to share stuff. Oh, bad jokes. But yeah, dude, if you get booked to do a gig, do a gig. The whole like having politics in it is just a bad business standpoint. Who cares if the people like the music? Do you stand by the music, the lyrics of the music? Do you support the music? Then who cares who's listening to it? Like, you got no offense, bags of shit like music too. So they can pick any band, they can pick any genre, and they could choose to enjoy it. Does that make the band or the genre a piece of shit? No. Put the politics out of it. And 90s night, where's Pearl Jam and Aerosmith? I feel like some of those people aren't around anymore.
Big thing. You play for your fans. You know, we don't get a chance to pick our fans. They pick us. And I'll go play for Putin, and I'll play in Iran if you want. It don't.
All right. Vanilla Ice saying he's a whore and he is available. He would like to be booked. Let me just say, I would be so happy to hear that, like, just to snub Donald Trump, like, Putin offers Vanilla Ice more money to come play in Russia during the 250 music celebration. Like, already be like, no, we snatched him. We snaked him out from under you. Now he's not doing your gig. He's doing ours. Only person in attendance is Putin. And fuck America. Like, that'd be hilarious. Michael Jordan method is the right approach. Both Dems and Republicans buy my Jordans. Yeah. Don't stick your flag on either side because, one, you don't know how you're going to feel down the road. And spoiler alert, both sides are really the same beast. So there's no sense picking a team. Certainly if you're expecting to make money off of any of those people. That child support doesn't pay itself, right? I'm sure he's got a couple of babies to pay for, but they have to be grown up by now. Like, he was like in his 20s, like he's got to be a good 10, 15 years older than me at least, right? So that means he's got to be pushing like 60. I hope. I don't want to look that up and find out that I'm way older than I thought and that he's way younger than I thought. That's just shitty if that happens. All right, let's keep going here. We got an hour left in the program. And finish this up quick.
Don't matter. There's fans everywhere. Music is not political, man. It's universal. Just brings people together.
You know, it's really.
That's my take on it.
I got to say, it's really interesting you said that because
it brings people together. No, it doesn't. Apparently, the mere mention of having a concert is now setting people at odds with each other. So he's my age, says Mr. Q. That can't be right. Then you have to be really old. Groups are gay, parties are fake and gay, and everyone's options and feelings are lame and gay. I can't really disagree with you. Both parties kind of suck balls, especially right now, and I don't think there's a really big difference between either of them. I certainly didn't get what I was hoping for with the quote-unquote, like, party outsider guy that Donald Trump was supposed to be. Certainly didn't pay off with that. But again, we're apparently not going to go to a music concert just because Donald Trump is president during this 250th thing. Like, he picked the acts himself. Like, and I want Vanilla Ice and CMC Music Factory. And the internet freaked out about it. But how many of those people are really like big 90s music people? Like, did you listen to a lot of music in the 90s? Then maybe, I don't know, suck a dick. Yeah, we saw it, St. Caesar. You're not going either way, so it doesn't matter. Why did people agree, then cancel if they knew Trump is controversial? Well, Red Scooper, I don't know about the truth of this, but the allegation is that the artists were signed up for the gigs without knowing. Like, their tour guide signed, or not tour guide, fuck. Their agent or whoever, promoter, signed them up for the gig. Like, let's do the gig. Let's make the money. Let's call this done and done. And then they found out about it when it got so publicized, and they bailed. I still think, legit, I still believe they bailed because of all of the worst concert ticket in history internet stuff, which was started again partially by people who just simply wouldn't support this because Donald Trump's president, so it has to be the worst concert in history. But a 90s collection night of old people and performers that haven't been around or super duper relevant lately, but were big in the 90s, that was a pretty easy shit on it and go, oh, it's the worst ticket we've ever seen. And I think that's why the acts actually bailed. Like, when they didn't care, they were much more Vanilla Ice about the whole thing, where it's like, we're just here to have fun and music brings people together. Oh, it's being called the worst ticket in history? Yeah, take my name off of that. Just because of whether it sells or doesn't, I don't want to be on the worst ticket in history. You're choosing which kind of shit you want to endure when it comes to politics, wet and runny or dry and hard. Ah, King Kong Dong, he's just really obsessed with poo today. Like, it's weird. Just fucking really going after it. It's a little concerning. But yeah, I don't think we're doing very, very well. And I don't think either party is going to bail us out. So having politics affect every part of your life, like this ticket, the artists on it, like none of them should have felt pressure in any way, shape, or form politically, because it should, again, we should be able to take that on its face value, which, again, people hate Donald Trump, so we had to call it the worst ticket in history, which, to be fair, they had ammo for that accusation. So it happened, got across the line, and a whole bunch of people said, yep, I'm out. Now the only one we got left is Vanilla Ice. I was all on the MAGA train because Biden fucked up America on the ground. Now I'm still MAGA, but not this current form. We break ties with Israel. And, oh, wow. I feel like there is no real it doesn't matter whether it was the stuff on the liberal side with Obama and the whole hope and change stuff. I feel like every movement on the right or the left gets co-opted by the same mic, if you will. And we never really get to have an actual choice. It's just, again, it's different flavors of shit sandwich. Speaking of shit sandwich, we did a story a while ago about a lady who fell in a well, and that can't be. We did surveillance footage capturing separate groups of people illegally entering and exiting a New York City sewer manhole. So it really might not have been that. Oh dear Lord, this got to be fake. This is something that somebody was telling me, and I thought that they were lying to me. The mole people thing is real. I'm sorry my inner Billy Madison came out. Watched that great movie last night. Well, good for you. The mole people are real, and they're apparently popping out of the manhole covers. And he's got like a sign or something. This shouldn't be a thing. This is a surveillance cam, I think, in New York. Like, now I understand why that lady died. You guys popped out a cover and didn't put the manhole back. Was it the tunnel? Not specifically. Although someone did have a video that looked suspiciously AI about supposedly that group of people. The problem is just random young people just popping out and going into these manhole covers. Why did you guys have a shovel? Notice that even with the shovel, which could easily help square that back on there, nobody puts the manhole cover back. We all just walk away. Don't bother placing the manhole cover. Wait, never mind. Did you just angrily swing like a baseball bat at a vehicle like, hey, notice me, I'm here? You popped out of a manhole cover.
Last time I checked, we don't have a whole lot of songs that feature the cowbell.
This has got to be AI.
Have more cowbell, baby.
Oh, it's the Foot Clan. STC Pours subscribing to the channel for 20 months. Thank you so much, STC Pours. Let's roll a little cowbell for you. We've had a lot of fabulous support today, and we're already on our Friday goals. So let's do a little cowbell for you. Cowbell for STC Pours coming out in 3, 2, moo. Thank you very much. Oh, hell no. Those things are heavy. So, are you saying this is fake? I'm just saying, why wouldn't you put it back? Why wouldn't you close the manhole cover? Especially when you have the shovel, because I feel like you don't want to risk getting your fingers pinched in that. And now these vehicles are all waiting while these people pop out. That's scary as shit. That's got to be AI, right? That's got to be AI. There's no way that's real. I got to find more sources of this. People popping out of manhole covers in New York. Surveillance footage captured 2 separate groups of men illegally entering and exiting New York City sewer manholes in Brooklyn overnight, carrying tools and headgear. No arrests have been made. So this is allegedly happening in Brooklyn. We're just not going to worry about it. Social media posts appear to show groups of men not affiliated with any public works crews climbing out of manhole covers in various Brooklyn neighborhoods last week. There haven't been any immediate arrests in the apparent trespassing incidents. Police are pursuing their leading theory that the group is scouring the system for valuables that get into the sewage, a senior law enforcement official told NBC. So they're literally scouring the sewers. All right, so Flatbush, tell me what's up. Do we have an interview? You guys are looking into 6 people that climbed out of this manhole? Is this just stock footage of you scouring the manhole? All right, then. It's just stock footage. He popped out of the manhole cover like Spider-Man did. Hurry up. I'm holding the sewer lid open for you. Since these are AIs come a really long way. I don't know. I'm finding multiple stories of this being a thing. Now this is in Flatbush. People covering the one we covered. More covering the one we covered. Investigating a video that shows several people climbing out of the manhole. We did that one. Changing into different clothes and running away. So again, whatever is going on probably isn't legal. Is this how we get mole people? They're mining for gold and shit. In a weird way, Red Scooper, kind of. They're apparently sifting through the sewers in the hopes of people's, like, rings and stuff. Like, oh my God, I accidentally washed my ring down the drain. Like, oh, here we go. So, Alex Jones' notification just now says Trump is paving the way to throw Bibi Netanyahu overboard. Rusty Grammar, I'll believe it when I see it. I'll believe it. Alex has a blind spot when it comes to Trump. I don't. I gave it a chance. I'll believe it when I see it ticket now. I simply don't root against the guy because I don't want to root against the person in charge. I didn't want to root against Joe Biden. Tried to hold back on that. Thought the guy was a brain-addled idiot. But in the case of Trump, I'm going to hold off, but I'm not going to believe it until I see it. Not till I see it. Howdy, everyone, says Richard. Hey, well, yeah, Richard, how you doing? Homosexual Hebrew tunnels. No, that's not what they are. They're, again, just they're sewer tunnels. And they're sifting through your poo to look for, like, gold and shit. Saw Ivanka Trump interview talking about her $14,000 hectare Mediterranean island she is building on. I thought, hey, what a great place to lob the first nuke. Dear Lord, Wild Saffron. They're Asian and trying to make sewer grease. No, QZ man, no. We are not doing gutter oil. This is America, god darn it. We are not doing gutter oil. Gutter oil is for China and China alone. I don't want to be eating street food worried about whether or not it was cooked with gutter oil. We are not getting into gutter oil in this here United States of America. Be clear about that right now. We are not getting into gutter oil. Covered that. So, yes, I don't want to do gutter oil. We're not doing gutter oil. Let it go. Let it go. Alrighty, we've got that done. So the mole people are real. They're popping out of the manhole covers. I really wanted to have Digger here for that so she could do kind of an I told her so, because she was saying that recently, like, oh, the mole people are erupting from the manhole covers, and they are. They are. Rooting against the leader of your country is literally retardation. The only thing is the leader is just the puppet. We know who pulls the strings. Right, but I want whatever country's leading, or not country. I want whatever leader is leading the country to make things better for the country. For my hope for the best kind of deal. In this case, I feel like the best hope we have, and I would love, again, if Alex Jones was right, I'd love to do it. Just fucking leave BB to his own. Like, hey, we're out. They start threatening to do nukes and shit. How about we invade their territory for once? How about we invade them as an imminent threat to the region and the area with weapons of mass destruction that they are intending to use if we don't give them their way? Like, how about we treat them the same way we treated all of the other countries we've attacked on their behalf? That's all I'm saying. The head charge. Nice slip. I don't know what we're talking about. Slip. Oh, I get it. Yeah, that was a nice slip. Wasn't intentional. Clip it. Clip it. Now we've proved that he's got to go out and kiss the wall and prove his loyalty. No. First of all, I don't kiss buildings, especially on a first date. Just let's be clear about that. And I don't really have the kind of travel portfolio that allows me to visit repeatedly. I'm a traditional bitch. Want to get to know you first. That's what it is. Don't want to yeah, until I've at least talked to you a few times. Just kind of feel it out, if you will. So for walls, buildings, and other physical structures, cars included, pretty much right out. That's mean. We know what country. I know. That was a slip, though. That was a nice one. That was a nice unintentional slip. So I'm grateful that happened. We have a couple of stories left to get through in the second hour. We are sitting at an hour left in the show. Obviously, Digger isn't here. She'll be with us tomorrow. We'll be back tomorrow. I might be a little late tomorrow when we start our program because of an appointment I have to keep, but we'll see. Our studio sponsor right now for the last 3 days, and then it goes up for grabs this Friday. Our studio sponsor right now is Mr. Q's Didgeridoos. Mr. Q's Didgeridoos, a traditional classic woodwind instrument of Australia. I was about to say South. I was like South. No, because I have the whole feel the wind of the South. I'm reading the thing on there, the catchphrase thing. We got to make sure we get the catchphrase ironed out from now on too, so that we can. Because again, I guess Lab Glass wanted more of a like Mr. Q's Didgeridoos, blow it out your ass or something like that. I don't know how we were supposed to get to that. I'm entirely unsure. So we'll see how that goes. But yes, and Don Jr. marries Epstein. Yeah, it's again all incestuous relationships that prove that these people were all part of the same system and were fucked. They do it for a pack of Newports. What? Oh. All right. Spam caller, no offense. I got things to do. I'm not going to sit here. Spirit airline round trip, like $1,000. Oh. I'm not going in, like, I feel like it costs way more to get there than that. More than $1,000, right? I'm wanting to run Bacon Creek. That's mean. That's mean. Don't do that. All right, so we have, like I said, a couple stories left in the second hour of the program, and then we have all of our third hour stuff to wrap up the show for today. We will be back with Digger tomorrow. We might be late, but we will be back with Digger tomorrow. I'll obviously be on the Steel Toe Show as well. It's just getting tiresome for me to do this stuff. It's taking a lot out of me. So we've got these stories left to do. University of Minnesota. I kind of wanted to shit on University of Minnesota. We've been spreading it around. Let's bring it back home. Apparently, University of Minnesota reports peer for wanting to say mothers instead of lactating individuals in grant proposals, which is weird for a couple of reasons. Now, firstly, I found out that with the right kind of drugs and hormones, I guess dudes can lactate, which is fucked up. That's really messed up. But apparently that can be a thing. And so, okay, weird. So in a weird way, lactating individuals is actually completely inaccurate because you can be apparently a dude lactating, but you're not a mother. So it's strange that the University of Minnesota wants to do this. But of course, someone gets called out on it because you used the wrong term. People are so offended just by the wrong word right now. We can't take 2 seconds to understand what you're saying. It's just the fact that you said a word that means a thing and I don't like it. So apparently, according to public records obtained by the news source we're reading from, a college graduate ratted out some poor soul. They don't say if it's a professor or a student for the unforgivable sin of complaining about having to scrub mothers from the grant proposal language and replace it with the dehumanizing phrase lactating individuals. I'm with that person. It's completely sucking all of it takes the entire point out of this and it makes it more convoluted. Let's not do it. USA has been purchasing gutter oil. Oh, no. No. There's no way we're buying gutter oil. The United States has been purchasing China's waste cooking oil. This is on a random Binance Square article, so I don't know how accurate all this is, but according to this article, the once notorious gutter oil has now become a hot commodity that countries such as Europe and the United States are competing to buy. According to statistics, the first half of 2023 alone, the United States imported more than 38,000 tons of gutter oil from China. What are they trying to do? To put it simply, gutter oil is discarded cooking oil. It's not discarded. Every year, a large amount of gutter oil is produced in restaurants. Yeah, but it's taken out of sewage discharge and drainage systems and to people's tables, threatening food safety. The dissemination of the recycled gutter oil is quite surprising. Why do they import the oil? In addition to the United States, Europe is also a major buyer of the country's waste cooking oil, importing nearly 5,000 tons from China every year. The most imported use of the waste cooking oil is to make biodiesel. So they're using it to make biodiesel. After a series of processing and refining, waste cooking oil can be converted into biodiesel using a special catalyst. The triglycerides in the waste cooking oil can be easily converted into fatty acid methyl esters, thus forming biodiesel. In fact, technology of using edible oil to make diesel has existed for a long time. Rudolf Diesel, the inventor of the diesel engine, once used peanut oil as fuel in 1938. A Belgian scientist used palm oil to prepare biodiesel and successfully use it in buses. As early as the 1980s, the United States clearly proposed to replace petrochemical diesel with biodiesel. This is because biodiesel has lower carbon emissions and has obvious benefits for the environment. So it sounds like we're buying the waste oil to drive with, not cook with. I can handle it if it's not for cooking. If it's not for cooking, we're okay. You basically filter it and change timing on the engine. Lots of guys run their trucks on it. I'm going to the China Star Buffet, and if that gutter oil better fucking be there. I mean, maybe, but I certainly hope not. I can handle, if we're turning it into fuel for cars, I can handle that. I can accept that and live with that. If we're using it to cook with, get the fuck out right now. That we're done. No, we're not doing that. We're not cooking with gutter oil. That's cooking with gutter oil, dirt cookies. There are several things I feel like when we reach that on a culinary level, that is game over world, and just hit the reset switch or whatever we're supposed to do, because we are not doing that. We are not doing that. Okay, so how much time? Yeah, 45 minutes. All right. If you can't tell, I'm falling asleep. It's getting rough. You basically filter it, change the time. We covered all that. Okay, so gutter oil is still being circulated. I kind of feel like the Minnesota complaining about lactating individuals thing. This is weird. I could have swore when growing up, I remember like women's rights groups being like, our rights matter, we want recognition, all of that stuff. Now it's weird because like we're taking all of the stuff your gender does and we're just saying, no, anybody can be that because some people want to pretend they're you. Like, it's strange. Yeah, Rusty Grammar, they are an odd bunch, but I don't want to use their gutter oil for food. That's all I'm saying. They can do that. They can play Russian roulette with their crab cakes. I don't want to use gutter oil for food. I feel like it's a really simple request. I feel like it's a very easy demand to have. Let's not and say we did. Just no more gutter oil. What did Cinderella do when she got to the ball? She didn't. She gagged. Dun-dun-dun-ching. Random dick jokes. Yay. All right, so we can go over to this next part here. Kristi Noem's out, so we've got this new guy or not Kristi Noem, Tulsi Gabbard, excuse me. Tulsi Gabbard's out, and we've got this new guy picked to replace him. He's the head of, like, housing finance and stuff like that. I'm like, do you realize the housing market is in the worst shape? Like, we picked a guy that's apparently not very good at his job. Corporations are buying homes so fast that regular families can't own them. So much so that the president actually made a bill about that. So let's see who we pick. I obviously, and people are like, why'd you go with CNN? Because they'll rip on the guy. They hate Trump. They'll go with all the dirt. It's just good. Same way I like going with Fox News when we want to rip on like AOC or whatever. They'll go with all the dirt.
As the acting director of national intelligence, replacing Tulsi Gabbard. Let's go live to the White House right now. Our senior White House reporter, Kevin Liptak, is working the story. Pulte is already serving.
Wait, I don't see his name anywhere. Play that again. I gotta.
Tulsi Gabbard. Let's go live to the White House right now. Our senior White House reporter, Kevin Liptak, is working the story.
Did you just say Kevin Liptak? I heard Lipdick. I heard, like, you enunciate out like Lipdeck, and I get it like Lipdeck, but you need to spell it for me because it sounds way too close to Kevin Lipdick. And let me tell you, he looks like he has a face for Lipdick. So please don't. 209. Hey, how you doing, 209? How are you doing?
Pulte is already serving as the director of the Federal House Finance Agency. Does he have any intelligence?
Now, does that mean like the House of Congress when we talk about House Finance Agency? Or does that mean like people's homes and their ability to finance homes? Because that's not working very well. He's kind of fucked us for sure. Lipdick for sure. All right, I'm going with Lipdick.
Experience.
None that we know of, Wolf. You know, to call this appointment an unorthodox one, I think would be an understatement here. You know, he's
like an unorthodox Jew?
heir to a construction company fortune. He's been in this mortgage role for the last year or so.
Dude, look at this. This is like a hit list of dirty politician. Director of Federal Housing Finance Agency. Okay, that's fine. Chairman of Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac. All right, so one of those venture capitalists. Founded Pulte Capital Partners, LLC. Investigated Letitia James, and Lisa Cook. So, he's a dirty politician. Great.
What he is a real true...
Guy looks like Ryan Stiles. He kind of... Shit, you're right. If we floof out the hair a little bit more, it could work.
Oh, wait, you mean the other guy. You know, he's a frequent guest on Air Force One and at Mar-a-Lago, and what you've seen him doing is leveraging this role that he's in at the mortgage agency to try and go after some of Trump's perceived enemies, using allegations of...
All right, well, all right, I don't want to keep going with this. If you're going to get I want to talk more about this. Like, he's going after him with allegations of stuff they did. Okay, fine, but... Does that make him qualified for Tulsi Gabbard's job? I still just think it does. Bill Pulte, deep state, in my opinion. I mean, I saw that frickin' greatest hits list, and I'll be honest, I kind of feel your pain. I kind of say, like, he's a plant. Oh, News Daily wants us to know NASA, never a straight answer. Boom. I will say I'm tired of NASA gaslighting me. You want me to believe we're going back to the moon, even though we haven't in the longest fucking time. And now that we are finally going back to the moon, we launched that mission on April Fool's Day. You fucking assholes. Then you say your contract with building on the moon is Blue Origin. Shortly thereafter, their new rocket explodes. It's just not a good look. Like, top to bottom. I feel like I'm being set up. I feel like I'm being gaslit. You guys are cunts. I mean, at least it's not Limp Dick. You're right. Lip Dick is better than Limp Dick. But Limp Dick's song, I Did It All for the Nookie, what, like playing pool with a rope, was a really fucking fun song. Get it? Because he's Limp Dick. It's like playing pool with a rope. Sorry.
Mortgage fraud to go after the New York Attorney General Letitia James, the Fed Governor Lisa Cook. In some ways, that effort has not succeeded, but it has, I think, engendered an enormous amount of goodwill towards him by the president, and now the president putting him in charge.
Again, at the very least, without all your bias bull stuff that you're throwing in there, and without doing the tit for tat digging into that, at the very least, he looks very much like a greased up part of the system. Like, he's kind of bought and paid for. And he's doing all this because he's bought and paid for, and he'd like to do some more buying and paying and receiving ill-gotten gains. And that helps if you're up higher in the system. So, yeah, fuck it. I don't trust him. He looks like a plant. He looks like a plant. All right, we'll do this last... second hour story. I was hoping there was a video with it. There isn't, so we'll do this rip and read quick. Then we have 30 minutes left in the program. We still got all of our third hour stuff. We'll wrap up today. We haven't seen Digger in the chat at all. She said she probably wouldn't be in the chat. She was going to be too busy today. But she will be back tomorrow with me. We'll be on doing the show tomorrow. So that will be a fun time for us. Germany recently. Oh, yeah, we just did all the second hour stuff. So this is the last one. The last story from the second hour. So we'll get all the way into our third hour content. Always goes faster when you're by yourself because you don't have as much to bounce off of. And I bitch about it, but God love her. Digger's ability to squirrel helps really stretch the content out. So it helps keep the whole show going. Because aliens don't want us back. What? What do you mean aliens don't want us back? Digger said... she's getting some pipe laid. No, in fact, that is not what she said at all. That is so mean. Why you guys always want to make it like that? That's just sad. Just sad, my man. Just sad. Glad I bought a house when I did. Be paid off before I'm 45. Good for you. That is a very wonderful thing. You're in the minority, if you didn't know that. A lot of people 45 don't even have a home. You're going to be paid off before you're 45. Good on you. You know, I hope that all works out swimmingly for you. And you never know. Unless, like, the market tanks and you should just be able to buy them. Wow, what a twisted way to say Digger holds you back. Wow. What? St. Aaron, did you not? You completely took the opposite message of that. I was saying a show's easier to do with Digger because it allows the content to last longer. I was saying I love her ability to squirrel because it stretches out the content. How is that her holding me back? And in fact, that was emphatically the opposite. I have 2 homes, but still have mortgages. Yeah, you haven't paid either one off, you know? So, you've got 2 of them. Oh, on both. But hey, good for you. Like I said, some people don't even have one. So count your blessings. Just be happy. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Digger helps the show. Yeah, I just think St. Aaron was just being a cunt. We're all good. My sound cut out that part, but wasn't being serious. Yeah, I know you weren't being serious. That's why I was playing back. I wasn't. It's like we can't accept that neither one of us are serious right now. All right, so we'll read this story quick, and then we'll get to our third hour stories, because the show's so much better without Digger. Just going to do that. Just be like, I heard you were bitching about me? What's up? You know, I don't have to do the thing. Like, oh, no, that wasn't happening at all. We were just fucking around. All right, so an exotic animal expert was called in Poland to help with a loose porcupine. However, porcupines, I don't know if they're native to Poland, but considering it's called an exotic animal expert, I'm going to lean with no. The animal expert was surprised to discover the loose porcupine was, in fact, his own escaped pet. All right, we got to get an expert to help us catch this porcupine. And then the expert gets there, and as soon as the expert gets there, Sammy, I've been looking everywhere for you, you little... Where have you been? Where have you been, you little bitch? I've been looking everywhere for your ass. So that's got to be handy. The expert recognizes the pet, so I have to imagine the capture went pretty smoothly, didn't it? Police said residents in... Oh, God. I'm half Polish, and I can't understand it. Krzyzewakaza. I think it's Krzyzewakaza. I don't know. Reported a porcupine wandering loose through a residential neighborhood at 10 p.m. on Sunday. The police located the animal, contacted a local exotic animal expert with experience handling porcupines and the necessary equipment to capture, transport such a creature. However, the situation took an unexpected turn. Upon arrival, the man was surprised to recognize the animal as his very own porcupine, police wrote in a news release. As it turned out, the animal had likely chewed through a fence post. Jesus. And escaped the property on its own. The porcupine was safely returned home. Yeah, because the guy you called to get it was literally his. Do you got to pay? They called you, Johnny. Do you got to pay for the porcupine removal when it's his porcupine? I feel like he has to do that one for free. It is his animal. He should, like, again, nobody should get away with that. He should have to pay. Like, he shouldn't have to get paid. Nobody should have to pay. It is your animal. You don't get to just do that, like, double dip. Not much of a pet. Yeah, it's running away. How bad of an owner are you that this thing is escaping at the first possible opportunity? I feel like that's somebody who's been eating porcupines. He's breeding them for dinner. So, yeah, porcupine was returned home. It's going to be fine. How many times does that happen? Has that ever happened before? Has a dog catcher been called in to, like, catch a pit bull and then suddenly be like, aw, Buster, what are you doing here? Use your balls when speaking Nordic. All right, that's a good thing to know. It's a wild animal. It wants to be free. Right, but I don't think it should be free in Poland. I don't know if Poland is really, again, the right native environment for a porcupine. I feel like, again, as it is listed as an exotic pet, it probably will be a little bit of a stretch for it to exist in the ecosystem. I mean, maybe it could handle the winters. I don't know. Do porcupines winter well? How well do they handle snow? They do taste like possum, says QZ Man. Well, if anybody would know, it'd be you, because I have not eaten porcupine or possum. I really only done, like, now I'm thinking about it. What's the craziest thing? I've never had alligator or crocodile. That's actually something I would be excited to go to Florida for. I have to ask, speaking of which, I have to ask my sister if she's ever had alligator in Florida. Like, you ever had, like, alligator tail? Crocodile bits or whatever? I hear they cook up a mean alligator in Florida. Like, you ever had an alligator? I never had an alligator. Never had a whole roasted pig, which until I watched a barbecue show on Netflix, I never wanted. But now I want to try the crackling. Like, one, it sounds like a horror movie, like the crackling, like, but I want to try the crackling. Chili eats llama. Okay. I don't know how that is. Chili eats llama. But we don't have llamas here. What do they taste like? Do llamas taste like deer? Are they like a venison? Don't fucking know. Japan needs to start eating bears because the bears are eating them. So there we go. Yeah, I'm going through the list in my head. I've had like kind of like a squid jerky, and it was gross and disgusting. So I'm trying to think of anything delicious that I've had, like the rarest, like buffalo. That's not that random or like, whoa, oh my God, like I've had buffalo. Skunk is a lot like rabbit meat. I wouldn't be able to eat skunk because I'd worry it'd smell bad. How do you get the smell out of the meat? You tell me it's skunk and I'm immediately smelling like skunk. Like I had a collie that came in skunked up more than once. I've had to tomato bath my dog before. No, I don't want skunk. Quail is like tiny chicken. That makes sense. It's a bird. Of course. Why do we always get to food? Gray squirrel is okay, but red squirrel is icky. So you're a rodent connoisseur. You won't eat red squirrel, but you'll eat gray squirrel. Good to know. Good to know if I'm ever surviving in the woods off of squirrel that apparently the gray ones are tasty. So aim for those. But here's the thing, like in Minnesota, like the red squirrel has gray fur to it. Like it's got red tufts and highlights. It's not like it's straight red. Like how do you, I don't know. I'm not a squirrel connoisseur. I don't know if I can necessarily flat out tell off the hop which squirrel is which. We have a story out of Massachusetts. Again, we kind of do the animal stuff, bring this all down at the end of the show, a nice mellow thing for the end of the day. So we've got a lot of animal videos and stories to get into, and then just like some couple loose stuff. Nothing serious because it's the fucking end of the day, man. Like, honestly, at this point, what fucking earth-shaking shit are we going to get to? It's really going to change the system. The meat doesn't smell. Yeah, it's the joke, QZ man. It's the joke, though. Oh, you're a dick. Who's doing that?
That's rough. At least with SafeLight, you can get that fixed
Wait
any way
your
you want.
damn turn. Wait your damn turn. Fucking Fox News. You fucking wait your turn. Kangaroo is like somewhere between lamb and venison. Is kangaroo edible? Like they eat kangaroo in Australia, right? Have you ever, like, wouldn't you have to get it like fresh? Isn't that also the other thing? Like you can't necessarily get, what do they export kangaroo meat? I suppose we can Google that. Does Australia export kangaroo meat? Oh, damn. Does Australia export kangaroo meat? Is literally the first thing. Australia exports thousands of tons of kangaroo meat annually to over 60 countries worldwide. The European Union, particularly Belgium, Germany, and the Netherlands, it is the largest and most important export market, although it also exports to various parts of the globe, including the United States, outside of California, and several Asian and South American markets. While a portion is sold internationally as premium wild harvested game meat for human consumption, a significant volume is also shipped as pet food. The harvest and export of kangaroo products are strictly managed by the Australian government under the Environmental Protection and Biodiversity Conservation Act of 1999. Quotas are scientifically set and monitored to ensure populations remain stable. And then what was the endorsement for that? I've always wanted to eat flamingo ever since I had sand crane. That's just mean. Kangaroo is somewhere between lamb and venison. I'm going to say this, like, I've had lamb. Lamb's fucking good. Lamb, I'm going to be honest, lamb's good. I don't mind goat meat. I hate goats, but the meat's not bad. A little greasy. Pit fried kangaroo does sound interesting. That would be really hard to do. Smoked pheasant. Well, now we're just talking about, why do we always have to bust into food? We have a half hour left. I gotta fucking sit here for the next 30 minutes and be hungry, and then when this is done, I'm gonna go make like popcorn or something. That's just what I'll do. Black ones are what? I don't know. I've had armadillo in Nicaragua. Hated every single bite. Armadillo. Aren't those things invading like Texas and Georgia and Florida? If they can cook it up decent, then we'll be good. If you can't smoke it, then what's the point? You know what? You should smoke it and serve it like a Pokemon ball, and you have to open it. Wow, exporting it like it's hopping out of the country and onto your plate. Need to bounce to get some. I honestly, how hard is it to order some kangaroo meat? Like, I'll try some kangaroo meat. I'll try eating some kangaroo meat. That sounds okay. I don't want to try eating, fuck. What was the one we were talking about before? I don't remember. Armadillo. I don't want to try eating armadillo or skunk. Skunk was the big one. I really don't. But I would try crocodile or alligator, like the tail, the bits. Like, I suppose that's really, really delicious. I'd give it a go. I've been told like iguanas and shit are much like chickens, so I'm, I'll give it a try. We eat frog legs. What's the difference? All right, so let's get to this story of not an alligator, but an alligator turtle, an adult alligator turtle, and this is a loud story, so we might have to tone you down a little bit. Yeah. This was just found hanging out in Massachusetts, and I'm going to go on a ledge and say this isn't a regular thing to find an alligator snapping turtle.
Alligator snapping turtle
in
that was
Massachusetts.
found in the wild up in Essex County. This is one of the first alligator snappers that's been found in the wild in Massachusetts, which means that somebody had it as a pet.
So I was contacted by some homeowners, and they
Hold
thought that
on.
they might have an alligator
Is it dead? It's just kind of sitting there.
snapping turtle in there.
It's just sitting there. Look at that thing. It looks dead. They had an alligator snapping turtle in their pond, which, again, probably not good for fish and stuff. That thing looks dead.
Turtle in their pond. We did confirm, yes, it was an alligator snapping turtle. She was very lethargic because she was very cold in the water. Not native to Massachusetts. They don't do well in our environment.
Several things distinguish it from a common snapping turtle.
I would guess the fucking spines on the back
would never have these three distinct.
Yeah. I'm guessing the spines on the back. I've never even seen a turtle shell like that. It doesn't even look real. Looks fake. That'd make one hell of a shield in like archaic times. And so this turtle is not dead. Okay. Somebody's missing a pet. How do you lose a giant fucking snapping turtle? Would you try possum? Maybe. Put your arm in her mouth. No, dude, don't they have like a crushing pressure that can like just break bone? I'm gonna go with no.
It's so distinct as this. Alligator snapping turtles also have what are called supramarginal scutes, which are these little plates here that fit between these scutes and these scutes. Our snapping turtles don't have those three. Alligator snapping turtles also have this worm-like lure as a tongue. So their tongue looks like a worm that they use to bring fish in. So this turtle's going to a veterinarian.
To put it down? I get it. Can you make soup out of that turtle?
And then we hope
Can I call dibs on the shell?
to understand how healthy she is. Hope to ultimately understand where she may have originated from.
Put her down and give me the
then
shell.
Potentially get her back into her native range to be part of conservation efforts.
Native range. Again, I don't think you just said they're not native to the area. So native range is how many states away? Cook it. It's a tasty chicken. What, the snapping turtle? Oh, snapping turtle meat, wonderful stuff. Okay. They eat fish and shit, so I guess okay. Wouldn't be opposed. I wouldn't be opposed. Look, I don't like the idea of killing and eating animals, but I'm going to tell you right now, if I'm hungry enough, well, that's going to happen. That being said, I've had someone explain to me what it's like to raise pigs from like a suckling piglet to a whole hog and then, you know, put it down so you can make pork chops and stuff. And it just sounds like it'd be rough. I don't know that I could raise animals to eat them. It'd break me. You just get too broke to buy a bigger aquarium. I don't feel like you need that big of an aquarium, just a heated pool. Soup's on, says Wild Saffron. I kind of looked like it was ready to be eaten, I'm just saying. Native range is south of Pennsylvania, so at least 4 states away. Yeah, I'm going to guess they're going to have to go on a little bit of a road trip. Turtle fucking welfare. Just turn them into stew and be done with them. You're in Massachusetts. Let it go. Find out who owns them and punish them severely. Was somebody saying something about llamas? Like, oh, Chile. Chile eats llamas. Well, apparently there's a llama loose in Alberta, Canada. So I guess they can eat it. Saying Caesar, I'll raise them for you. I'll slice its neck and let you eat it. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. Don't let the sow sleep with you, and you won't have to worry about her at breakfast time. Look, my desire to have bacon never, ever included fucking the animal. Just so we're clear. I don't know where that equation came for you, but no, I'm not okay with it. And that's a weird way to take that, Atomic. I'm not gonna do that. I look at my ducks all the time. Like, y'all look delicious, but I raised you from an egg, so I just keep them as a backup plan. Yeah, an emergency food source. It's the same thing I do with my cat. Kidding. Al's not an emergency food source. He's all bones now. Old Grandpa Cat's got no meat on him. No, I'm just kidding. I would never want to eat cat. It'd be too much of a pain in the ass. Their skin's all flaily and floppy. How much actual meat is on there? Just go get something beefier like a dog. That's why I never understood the rumor of like Chinese restaurants like, oh, they serve up cat meat. And it's like, there's not a lot of meat on a cat. Like, you'd be better off getting a bigger dog, get bigger flanks of meat off a dog. You get used to it. After a while, you start naming your cattle things like cheeseburger or steak. Well, see, that's where I'm kind of fucked up. If I was actually raising cattle, we've gone that far, I'd want to feed a cow a cheeseburger. Have you ever done that? Have you ever made like a really good cheeseburger? You know, LTO, lettuce, tomato, onion, a little bit of mayonnaise, a little bit of ketchup, sesame seed bun, maybe even 2 pieces of crispy bacon, and then serve that sumbitch right up to a cow? I have a weird need to want to do that. I want to feed a cow a cheeseburger. Like some sort of weird I'm playing God thing. Like, I'm never going to do it. But there's a part of me that's like, that'd be fucking funny. Like, no, you're eating a cheeseburger. When's the last time you had Chinese, says King Kong Dong? Probably had cat. I'd like to think that Panda Express is a big enough chain that I'm fine. Because that's where I've gotten my Chinese food for the last little while is Panda Express. We used to have a really, really good Thai restaurant in the area, and now we don't. And it's become some sort of weird Thai-Filipino infusion thing that I don't care for at all. And so I've had to resort to Panda Express. I've never gone to China Star or done any of those. But my dad forced me to butcher my favorite cow, Licky, and then eat the meat. Oh. Well, that's mildly abusive. I already posted a la carte on Facebook Marketplace. The walk-in freezer at China Star was pretty empty yesterday. I don't know if you accept yen or not. No, we're not selling my cat, and especially not on Facebook Marketplace. That place is loaded with scammers. I don't trust Facebook Marketplace. It's too easy for everyone to get there, and it's the only place that grandma and grandpa boomers go when they're like, let's go shopping the Facebook Marketplace. Like, so obviously the scammers are going to go there because that's where the fucking easy targets are. I'm not going there. And I'm not selling the cat. Alucard's a part of the show. A yowly, annoying, really old, fluffy part of the show. I love my cat. And Rusty Grammer. Am I not mistaken? Haven't you met, is it King Kong Dong or Rusty Grammer? No, I think it's Rusty Grammer. Haven't you met the cat? You've met Al. You got to scritch him. You got to pet his ass. Facebook is where the forever trumpets linger. It's just Facebook Marketplace is like the Roblox of marketplaces. And what I mean is it attracts a group of, in this case, elderly, but mentally weak people that can be taken advantage of. And so the fucking vultures are out there, man. Yes, I did. Yeah, so you met the cat. You got to feel how soft and fluffy a 20-year-old cat can be. Which, again, the one thing I'm proud of, we've kept him nutrient-rich long enough that he is just a soft cat. God, he's the softest cat. I will miss him when he's gone. But yes, the Royal Canadian Mounted Police in Alberta are apparently on the lookout for a llama. So we have that story to report. We have 15 minutes. So I got like 9 minutes until not 15, so that's closer to 20. I have 9 minutes till we're doing the 420 burn, so we'll get through this story quick. Police in Alberta are trying to locate the owner of a llama spotted lounging near Highway 27 in the Olds area. You have an area that's just called the Olds? God, I wish Digger was here for this. So Alberta has an area just called the Olds. Welcome to the Olds. Is there anything new here? Nope, it's all old. Everything is old. So you guys don't have any new stores? Nope, all old stores. All old stores. Marketplace is where I sell reverse mortgages. Yeah, dude, Tom Selleck's just rampant on fucking Facebook Marketplace. I would know. I've been looking for somewhere to rent. And there is no shortage of questionable posts on Facebook Marketplace. Too perfect to be believed. Just click on the mystery link and give us all your private information. So many cheap vehicles, I had to delete Facebook before I went broke. I don't think I'm going to have the money to do it anytime soon, but I really wouldn't mind getting just that Ford Galaxy Super Cruiser, pimping that thing out as much as I could, and then just leaving that for the kiddo to have to remember me by. I hope Al lives to be 40 plus. I'm not going to be mean. I'm not trying to be a dick. But he's got like hyperthyroidism. He fights taking his medication. We're having trouble getting him to keep on weight. I don't want him to leave anytime soon, but cat's pushing 20, man. I mean, we'll see. 25 is like the average like domestic lifespan, like at the high side. Like 25 kind of. Like if we get over 25, we start paying attention. We'll see where we land. He could outlive me for all I know. In fact, several times this year, it looked like he was gonna. All right, so police in Alberta are trying to find the owner of the llama. The Olds RCMP detachment. Again, just the fact that it's called the Olds. Just that OLDS. There's not a misread. It's not a mispronunciation. The Olds. It sounds like a retirement home. Welcome to the Olds. Because, duh. The Olds RCMP detachment said on a social media post that there was some llama drama, fuck off, on Highway 27 when a suspect was spotted lounging near Highway 27 and Range Road 23. The RCMP said the llama appeared to be calm, uninjured, and completely unconcerned about the attention it was receiving. Authorities are now trying to identify the owner of the fluffy escape artist before it decides to continue its tour of Mountain View Country. Well, again, he wanted to go to the Olds. There's a lot of history in the Olds. I had an Olds Broham. I don't think you mean like the car. The Royal Canadian Kilted Yaxman. No, not them. Because this was a llama. Saying cat is good. Olive oil, chili powder, paprika, green onion, and parm cheese. That's a disgusting recipe to have. I can't endorse that. Can't endorse eating cat. I certainly wouldn't want to eat my cat, knowing what he eats and what he gets after. I wouldn't want it. Just, again, there's not enough meat on that. It's just not worth it. There's not enough meat. And it's going to be so unmarbled that it's just going to be chewy and gross. Sounds like you're describing a car. It's an Oldsmobile. No, not an Oldsmobile. That's the name of the town in Alberta or the area. I don't know if it's a town or an area, but it's called It's called the Olds. Like, literally, that's it. Olds. Olds are CMP members. So the town or area is called Olds. I can't explain it. Closer mugshot if needed. All right, open image, new tab. So just found a random llama in Olds, Alberta. No, man, it looked like a Chevy Monte Carlo. Oh, well, I guess that was nice. All right, so let's close that out. Olds, Alberta, fighting llama drama and looking for the owner. I really hate whoever put that llama drama thing in there. The fucking low-hanging fruit pun. I can't get that out of my head now. I don't normally applaud or salute Guinness Book of World Record holders. But when you're an old person, like 98 years old person, you start looking at a lot of those records like, I could get that. And I'd shit on a lot of you for going for an easy grab of just the oldest person to do X, Y, or Z. This guy is the oldest person to perform a wing walk on an airplane. The oldest person to go wing walking on an airplane. And now this is very weird. It says walk, not wank. Harry's first wing walk. This is his first one?
There's some rolls next time.
All right, I don't want that. I want the wing walking. This is just an interview.
And
all right, fucking stop doing this weird sit-down interview. I want the video of him doing the wing walking. I don't want your interview with the old guy. We keep cutting to it randomly. Do you just post the whole thing? You don't? All right, we're going to find a different video. Fuck that. I'm not doing this to watch the This Morning show. This is a fucking 13-minute segment. World's oldest wing walker. I keep getting like something in the back of my nostril. If I got like osmosisly sick because of Aaron through fucking internet, I'm gonna be pissed. Because I had gut issues and I still do. Yep, but this is the This Morning argument. Where's the wing walking video? We just don't have the video. It's a stupid interview. Well, eat a dick. I don't want to do your stupid video. I've dreamed of doing this since I was a young child and finally live that dream at 98 years old, because what do you have to lose? And to be a Guinness World Record title holder is beyond anything I could have imagined. Heisman told Guinness World Records. The non-genarian said he spent 11 months working with a physical trainer to get his body and mind ready for the attempt. His record attempt raised money for the Lennox Children's Cancer Fund. Wow, Lennox Children's Cancer Fund? That's nice. And served as a tribute to his wife and son, who both died after battles with cancer. Aww. Harry is proof that it is never too late to chase a dream at 98 years old. What he has achieved is nothing short of extraordinary. Well, yay, good for him. To do this whilst raising money to help children with cancer makes it even more special. Harry's a national treasure in our team and families. He is raising money for be forever grateful. All right, so you're grateful that he raised the money. I still don't have a video. Well, eat a dick. So yeah, you fucking 98-year-old wing walking on a plane. It looked more like, and this is why I wanted a video, it looked more like he was wing sitting. Like he was just strapped to the top of the wing. Did he walk along the wing while it was flying? Or was he just strapped up top of there? Like, what's we doing? It was ring riding. King Kong Dong, more balls than me. He's got more balls than a lot of people, but in his defense, what are you afraid of? Dying? Oh, no, he's 98 and he fell out of the plane. He was just about to finally go out there and live his life. Like, I feel like if you haven't gotten it done by this point, then what are you doing? But yeah, it's more of a wing ride. It's a wing ride. I had a 75 Monte Carlo. Nobody could catch me. 61 Ford Galaxy. Well, it's Saffron. I could have had a 7 Mustang Mach 3, 460 Edelbrock, everything underneath the hood. That's a very expensive, very ritzy car. 98-year-old windmogging Arjani. Yeah, he's kind of flexing in front of me. Like, look at my dumb, cripply legs, and I can sit on a plane. That's not fair, you asshole. Oh, it's 420. I'm missing 420 because of this grandpa. And there we go. God, that was a big one. I miss the days when you could build a motor and cheap. Those were the days, like, back in the day. Like, I grew up watching Home Improvement, and in Home Improvement, Tim the Toolman Taylor, like, it was a thing. It wasn't a story point, necessarily. But slowly, over the course of the entire fucking seasons of the show, he's building a hot rod in his garage. And I feel like that whole kind of mindset of dad, of life, of like, I want a hot rod, so I'm going to build a hot rod. Like, that's not a thing anymore. We don't do that shit. So there you go. Now everybody just wants everything delivered to them. You might have a Monte Carlo, but I can definitely catch you in my Ariel Atom. What's an Ariel Atom? Is this like, do you have this Ariel Atom? Ariel Atom. Oh. Ariel Atom is a road-legal open-wheel track car famous for its exposed exoskeleton chassis and extreme power-to-weight ratio. Built in the U.S. by TMI Autotech in Alton, Virginia, or in the U.K. by Ariel Motor Company, it delivers hypercar-level acceleration, 0 to 60 miles per hour, in under 2.5 seconds, at a fraction of a typical supercar's weight. I mean, let's open this image in new tab. I'm gonna be honest, like, it's not really something I'd want to have. Of course I have an Ariel Atom. Why would I talk about it if I didn't have one? Maybe it's a car you want to have. It looks cool. It's kind of interesting.
I feel strangely drawn to its presence.
Thank you, Awake Jimmy, rating us with 16 members. Good to see all of you guys. Scruffy with 100.
100 penis. Scruffy D25 cheered 100 bits.
Thank you for just cheering 100 bits and saying penis. I very much appreciate that. We have 7 minutes left in the show, so really weird. Thank you for rating me, Awake Jimmy. Love you guys over at Awake Jimmy. I miss doing the game stuff. I tried getting into it for a little bit, and I've been dealing with enough personal shit in my life that I just haven't made the time on the weekends. And I've prioritized it for getting other things figured out and hanging out with my kiddo, because it seems like this is the last summer for that. So things be changing. But yeah, so I am sorry we haven't been out. No worries, man. I've missed doing the game stuff. I liked having fun getting the shit kicked out of me in golf. We've gone over a lot of stuff. I can't even talk about all the things we've covered. But right now, Los Federales is explaining how he has this car, supposedly. Like I said, it's cool. I would love going for a ride in a vehicle like this. I'd never want to own one. I'd never want to own one. It's only fair weather use. You're too worried about flipping and somehow landing tits up and dying. You're always welcome to join. I know, and I appreciate that. I love being part of the Discord group and joining when I can. Might not be for a couple weekends while we spend our Saturdays and Sundays going out to address different issues we're dealing with. So, but hopefully things will be nice soon. That is the goal, anyways. Speaking of goals, ours is on Friday at what was it, $55 to start the day, and then we had a hype train and everything else, and so that's going to be whittling down. And we're doing the big GoFunding show on Friday. Digger's going to have her beans, possibly the Marmite, and then no hope for the taser pads, but she's going to have that next time. So we'll both be doing that next time. Both be shocking next time. So yeah, again, just if we make through this month, gonna torture the shit out of that lady next month. As for the car, again, sexy, cool. Not a big fan of this whole open body design. I get it. It's lightweight. The wind moves. Yeah, no thank you. For me, like if we're getting like that, that's where I'm at in Elise Siege. Other than that, I want my 61 Ford Galaxy. I want my murder fins. I want me my murder fins. He's on the right side. That is creepy. I caught you both on my Huffy 10-speed, bitches, says Lab Class. I miss my Huffy 10-speed bike. It was really cool. It had a stick, like, it had a vertical stick shifter. It was so stupid and gimmicky. But my first bike, that's what I had. It had a giant shifter knob that you pulled from 1 to 5 to shift the gears for my 5-speed. And I fucking loved that thing. So it wasn't even a 10-speed bike. Nikki's dad got $38 from the chassis action, or from the class action lawsuit against John Deere about not being able to fix your tractor. Every time we hire a technician, they come out, it's $250 minimum. But hey, at least you got your $38 from the lawsuit, right? That doesn't even cover one time that they came out to visit you. Kawasaki made a 2027 327 two-stroke dirt bike, says Slingbait. 327 two-stroke. We want to look up all these vehicles now. I had a story about vehicles. I don't want to really burn it up now, but we'll go look at this. I guess Kawasaki. Oh, Kawasaki 327. This doesn't look like anything super duper. This doesn't look like anything ball bustingly like, oh my God. Doesn't even have open image and new tab. That's not even street. Oh, this is a horrible image. Don't do that one. Let's do you. Open image and new tab. Boom. So this thing, again, just, yeah, cool. It's a dirt bike. It's got a much more aggressive exhaust. Say right now, that looks a bit bigger than I would see on a normal dirt bike, but the rest of it doesn't seem too surprising. And it's not street legal. It doesn't have any, it needs directionals and brake lights. Long story short, Johnny can't play with you guys. He has a penis, pal. No, I'm trying to work on a whole lot of stuff in my personal life. I just haven't had the time to. I end up, if I have the time in the afternoon, I'm like, oh, I'm tired. I don't want to do anything. Or I'm usually going out to do stuff. So that's, long story short, you're full of shit, Lab Glass. You're full of shit. Anyways, we're actually not going to get into any other content, so we'll just fucking call that a day. We're going to bail on this thing in a minute or two here because we're wrapping it up. Digger obviously hasn't been in the chat. She's been busy with stuff, so we'll see her tomorrow. We've got a couple of things from the third hour we can get into, including that another world record thing. But this is one where I don't care. I just like it. It's fucking cars. So we'll talk about that in a bit tomorrow. Los Federales, U Racing, that looks only track legal. No, QZ, man. In fact, the Ariel Atom is the only track level car that's street legal. It's specifically a 2-seater street legal vehicle, but it's got that high performance Formula One track car kind of setup and feel to it. So that's all I can see. I'm here to say goodbye, lulz. See you all tomorrow. So you just showed in to tell us all to fuck off? That's mean. You could have done the whole show, but instead you just come in the last 5 seconds to go, hey guys, I'm here. Bye. Fuck off. Like, yeah, I'm with King Kong Dong. Digger, what the fuck? What the fuck, man? Wild Saffron's been looking to take care, everyone. We'll get out of here. All right, so Friday's goal, we'll see where that's at after everything. We'll be back tomorrow. I might be a little late because I have an appointment in between Steel Toe and my show, but hopefully that shouldn't affect anything. We'll be back tomorrow to hang out with you guys for another 3.5 hours, this time with Digger. And then, as of course, remember our big funding show this Friday is going to be happening. I can catch all y'all on my hubby. He didn't say all y'all. He said you all. I was at the U of M Fairview Clinic all day. Just made it home. Well, welcome home. Let's fill some holes. We're going to get going. I feel bad for Scruffy and everybody rating from Awake Jimmy's channel because they got here like a couple minutes ago, and we're going to bail. We're going to go. We're going to go, and I'm going to have like an afternoon off. I'm going to make like food and stuff for some stupid reason, and then I'm going to hang out with my kiddo and things like that, and then, do whatever we do. We'll be back tomorrow. Thank you for being here. We've been Johnny. You've been an audience. A privilege and a pleasure as always. See you guys tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.
Hey, did you hear about that brand new thing? Everyone is already complaining. Hop in the chat, give us a shout. Wait till you